See what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
9:19. How about a little live imaging Tuesday? Let's do it, sucker. Travis and DeMarco Show is on for your Tuesday.
Lit.
It's weird coming from there to
It is. I'm used to, I was seeing you on my right, now I'm seeing you on my left. You know, what do you want me to do?
Did you
one's
just
looking this
did
way,
DeMarco
one's
just
looking
spank?
that way.
DeMarco just spanked Parker Bell?
I hit him in the hamstring. Yeah.
Oh.
Right in the hamstring. That's not
Why'd you
spanking,
hit him
right?
in the hamstring?
I'm just testing his legs. Yeah. I do this every time I see him.
Did he pass?
Yeah, he did. He passed, yes. I'm testing his hamstrings. We do this all the time.
All right.
What's up, man?
What time did you arrive?
We landed at like 12:45.
Well, that's not too bad.
Not too bad, but we had 13 buses, so they had two planes.
Right.
So the team, the players, the coaches, and then the staff plane. So I was with the mariachi band.
Oh, you
the
were?
cheerleaders.
Did they play their instruments on the plane?
Really cool people. Cheerleaders, lots of them. Boy, did they like to talk.
I bet that was nice and quiet.
Oh, my God. The bus ride, the plane ride, everything was fun. But I finally got home around 2 o'clock. That's how long it took
Now,
to
did
get
you guys
home.
go back to Woodland Hills or SoFi?
We went back to SoFi. That's where we parked the cars.
Okay.
And then some people went back to Woodland Hills. I went home. So I got home at about 2 o'clock.
Did you walk this morning?
I did not walk this morning. I feel bad. Why'd you call me out?
Well, I know that you're a man of routine.
I was going to. My guy called. He says, if you want to take, this is the day before. If you want to take the day off, I understand. I told him, no, we're going. And then
you no-showed?
My alarm went off at 4 o'clock, and I'm like, bro, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first time I could not do it.
This afternoon?
I'll get back to it.
All
Well,
right.
maybe.
I'm not worried about
we'll
you.
We'll get at it. Yes.
I'm not worried about you.
What's happening? Hey, how do you feel? Why do they keep calling you the Rams' biggest hater?
I don't know.
I do.
I don't think I'm the biggest hater.
Is he the biggest hater? You're not hating on the Rams now, are you?
I've been pro-Rams when necessary.
You are an agent of chaos.
Yes.
And when teams are winning and people are happy, it's not chaotic.
No.
So chaos needs losing. Chaos needs dissension. Chaos needs conflict. Chaos needs some sort of disaster to energize.
Oh, that's fine.
So there was nothing disastrous about yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely wonderful.
A playoff victory by 18 points by a 14-win team. You're happy,
pole
right?
axing, as somebody called it last
No,
night.
they pole axe. The Vikings. Here's the thing. At some point, this wicked game, as who's the artist that saying wicked
Chris
game?
Isaac.
As Chris Isaac once said.
Nice.
How do I know that?
Is that Sean McVay starts out these seasons ugly. Then he pulls a rabbit out of his hat.
Yeah.
And they make the playoffs. And it ends. So you're actually not looking to the future at any point. There is nobody now thinking, like we were thinking 6 weeks ago, about what's next. Which is okay if they win the Super Bowl.
Cooper Kupp might be.
If they don't beat the Philadelphia Eagles, what does it really matter? Now, that team last night that performed, I think they can hang with the Eagles. I think they can beat the Eagles on Sunday. Going to Philly, as you know, is very tough, especially this time of year, especially when Eagles fans are all ramped up.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that video that's surfacing.
I told you, that video with the guy, he even crossed the line.
I'm not saying that guy isn't out of his mind. Clearly, it's Philadelphia.
It's Philadelphia.
But that's beyond for even them. And no one said a word.
It's a perfect example of what it is. Philadelphians are lunatics.
Yes.
And they do this like the
and
classic
Packer
example,
fans can be annoying.
Well, Brewer fans are actually worse than Packer fans.
Yeah.
But they do what they do. So there's nothing that a Philadelphia sports fan could do that would make me say, I can't believe what I just saw. They're Philadelphia sports fans. By definition, they're out of their minds.
Did you saw the video?
Yes.
Okay, even for me, I'm like, dang, that's a lot, bro.
It is a lot
that's
by
beyond
human
the field.
being standards, but it's not a lot by Philadelphia sports fan standards.
And what you said, that doesn't count as hate. That seems pretty even keel.
Well, a lot of people think it's hate because I don't go, oh, my God.
Are you hoping that they lose?
No.
Oh, okay. That's all I want to know.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah, it's
No,
good.
I actually don't.
Is he hoping that they lose?
From a business and
from the chaos standpoint? Oh, okay.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot is going on in the world, and especially in Southern California.
Indeed.
There are going to be financial implications for everybody involved that are not good, much like COVID, much like 9/11. A few extra Rams playoff games wouldn't hurt. So I am very excited about that. And listen, I like Sean McVay. My one interaction in Sean McVay's office 5 years ago was one of the most amazing 10 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
He's a great human being. He can be an amazing coach when he's not rolling out the same tired offense to start games
there it is.
as we see sometimes.
DeMarco, you want to rewind the tape about 2 minutes ago
And
when you asked me,
watching
does he
him-
want him to lose?
Watching him win another Super Bowl, instant Hall of Fame status, and he deserves it. So why shouldn't we root for him?
Well, he's already the greatest coach in the history of this organization.
Yes.
He has done more in a short period of time.
I mean, you're not giving
almost
Jeff
anybody.
Fisher a lot there, but
No, it's not just Jeff Fisher. There's Chuck Knox. There's John Robinson.
There's Vermeil.
There's Dick Vermeil. They've had a lot of guys come through here that are brands.
Yeah.
And Sean McVay's brand has surpassed all of them, and he's been a coach for 8 years.
I keep telling people that join the team since they came back, and when they get down about losses, or when it's 1-4 and it seems like the sky is falling, you don't get to be sad. You're in the greatest era of Rams football ever. We've been through the other side of this. So you have one of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach in franchise history, right in the next office. There's nothing to be down about.
no, it's exciting.
Yes.
Oh, hold on one second. I think the Spurs just scored again.
Oh, gosh. Wow. What happened there? I didn't see the game.
They scored 13 points in the fourth quarter is what happened.
yeah,
they were
man.
tied going into the fourth quarter and lost by 24.
We were geeked to see Wemby. I wanted to see Wemby play.
He played.
Look, I want to go in on there's a lot going on, like you were just saying, and they've been off for a long time. It's very unique circumstances.
Did you get to rip them for losing to the Mavericks?
I will get no.
No, we weren't on
because
the
we
air.
Oh,
were
my
gone
God.
the
You
next
lost
day.
to the Mavericks?
Yeah, without well, you were saying it was the game of the year, the one that they
You
had to have. That's
to
the last time
win.
we talked.
No Kyrie,
They
no
haven't-
Luka,
They
and
haven't
you
won
lose?
since you said that.
Well, that's right. You weren't on yesterday.
No,
No, he was-
I was in Arizona. I forgot where I was. Yeah. That was weird. So looking down, you think you're in SoFi. Look up, oh, we're in Arizona. It was really strange
How
yesterday.
were those planes they sent over? Those nice planes?
Really nice planes.
Yeah.
So usually the charter, anything goes with the charters. Like you don't have to wear your seatbelt.
Right,
You're
right.
eating all the time. We had to fly commercial on the staff plane. So we actually had flight attendants that made you like.
So you weren't
enforce
on the
rules.
Cardinals plane?
Why would we be on the Cardinals
The
plane?
Cardinals sent 2 planes out, the two Bidwell planes, to get all the stuff to go back to Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know how that worked.
Oh, okay.
The Rams did a fantastic job getting all that coordinated.
Imagine that, by
There
the
were
way.
2 planes. Yeah.
Guys, you good? You need some help? I'll send my planes.
You
and they're
need
actual,
one or you need both?
They're 747s. Not like private
Wow.
jets.
Yeah.
They're 747s to just pull up.
Hey, you know what? Why don't you just take them both? Just to make sure you have plenty of room. Just take them both.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to bring the kids and the pets? We'll send the other one.
Yes.
I like that they had, 6 dogs and a couple of cats or whatever it is. Yeah, it was, look, the whole league, Arizona,
Matthew,
the Rams.
guess what? Your whole family gets to come and the pets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
Kelly!
awesome.
Shout out to Kelly Stafford.
Great.
Yeah. Shout out to Kelly
Great.
Stafford.
No,
Really, she was leading the charge to get the fans there.
They made
She always does, by the way.
best
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
awful situation.
Yeah, no, they did.
This could have been awful in 100 different ways. What it already is a devastating situation was executed about as well as you could possibly hope for. That the Rams made it feel as close to home as you could. People like Kelly Stafford stepped up. Teams like the Arizona Cardinals stepped up. The league. I didn't know this listening to JB's conversation with Goodell yesterday.
Powerful.
That every single game in the NFL has a double contingency factor. That
Right.
if you can't play here, where do you go? And if you can't go there, where do you go? That there's like double contingencies on every game that is played in the league. I had no idea that was the case. And
You never
because
had
they
to
were
use
talking
it.
about
Yeah.
why not go to Vegas? It's closer
Yeah.
to all of these things. It's like, no, this was the number one contingency, and everybody executed it perfectly. And then the Rams did what they had to do, and they absolutely knocked the tires off of the Vikings.
Care of business, yes. Sent them, like Minnesota, a season of uncertainty, an off-season of uncertainty around their quarterback.
Yeah.
The same is true here. This is the Alamo for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Well-
I said, I keep saying it's hard to cut a guy that wins a Super Bowl. It's hard to cut a guy that takes you to an NFC championship game. So this is the Alamo for him. If you want to keep the band together, keep winning.
I think that there's another situation, too, that he could stay that isn't necessarily going to the Super Bowl all over again. Let's do that when we come back. It's Trav and DeMarco on a lit Tuesday on 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Valvoline. Is your vehicle due for service? Take a look at that sticker. If you're ready, Go on into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Because for 30 years, Valvoline is providing quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like me, busy people like you. You don't even have to get out of your car at Valvoline. You just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. You stay in your car at Valvoline. You don't have to go sit in that weird waiting room, drink that bad coffee, and wait around for them to get done. At Valvoline, you stay in your car nice and safe while the expert technicians make sure that your ride is at its absolute best. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, and a whole lot more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in just about 15 minutes. There are 80 spots in and around Southern California ready to get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. Here's how you find one of those 80 locations. SoCalOilChange.com, and grab yourself some game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Driving my Lexus NX 250 feels like I've got a license to thrill and a permit for awesome. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Lexus NX 250. Be here on the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win a Lexus.
Number 2.
Get a rice cooker when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 21st.
And the number 1 reason.
Earthquake, live January 25th. Get tickets now.
Morongo, good times.
Texting enrolls you in reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Testosterone, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
.931 on the Travis and DeMarco Show, a live imaging Tuesday. Now, listen, as we come back here, we're going to have some fun. We're going to smile. We're going to do what we do and what we try to do every day. But remember, just because the Rams played last night, just because the Lakers played, nothing has changed. And a lot of people, a lot of our fellow Angelinos and our fellow fans need your help. Red Cross, the American Red Cross, go to redcross.org/ESPN. How about the Los Angeles Regional County Food Bank? And all the great work they do. They're Roger Castle over there. They're a Rams partner. LAFoodbank.org. The LAFD Foundation, for all the proud. You're wearing the LAFD Rams hat. A lot of firemen out there doing still. And by the way,
the winds are getting ready to go
today
again,
is
guys.
a high
It's
wind alert
scary.
again. And we could see this thing spread into Riverside County, into Orange County. We don't want to see that, but this is what happens. So I feel like there's this feeling of, we made it through the week. We're out of the woods. We're talking sports. And in many ways, that's what we want to do. But just remember, people still need a lot of help. And they're going to need a lot of help for years to come.
Well, that's it. And it's just the way that we're all kind of wired and the way, because, Chris, you and I grew up here in Southern California. DeMarco, you grew up in the Bay Area. It's same kind of environment with fires and everything else that we've seen this before. Something burns, they put it out. We kind of just, this is not that. The fire was in a much more of a residential area than it typically is. It wasn't up in the mountains or in an area like that. And these winds, you can't put a fire out in the wind. You can't do it. So it's incredibly scary. And while yet last night was a great little respite from everything that's been going on, it could certainly spark up again. And
if you live in a neighborhood that could be in trouble, take this as it was what we saw last week as an example. Be ready to go. Pack the things. Pack your family up. Have your medicine, your documents, because if you don't go, we saw, they're still finding bodies.
Yeah.
Because people didn't want to go. So protect your family first and foremost. But
Indeed.
Sending everybody, positivity today as those winds are about to pick up across the South.
Have a plan, definitely, just in case. It was a huge wake-up call for my community where I live.
Well, where you live too, it's there's a little bit of a pinch point. Like there's not 100 ways in and out of your neighborhood.
I'm on there trying to. This happens. Where do we go? How do we get out? What happens? So huge wake up call. And I've known 3 people. I know 3 people personally affected, like that lost their house.
Horrible.
Yeah.
They went on vacation to Thailand. They got off the plane. People told them there was a fire in our neighborhood. They had no idea if their house is standing or not. By the time they got in, there's nothing left. All they have in life is what they packed with them. That's it.
It's terrible.
And you have to start over from there. Sam Lagana, same thing.
Yeah.
He was showing me pictures of him with a hose trying to fight this fire coming up the hill. Trying to save his house, save his neighborhood. It's just crazy.
It's cliche and it's trite and all those things, but get out, man. You can replace stuff as difficult as it is and it's expensive and everything. I'm not trying to minimize any of that stuff, but get out.
I heard that the best, it's their goal, or not their goal, their mission is people, life, then your house.
Yeah.
And that's the right order.
Yep.
Yeah. Get the people, then life, save life, whatever that may be, and then your house is third.
What was it like inside the stadium last? Because on TV, like you said, the way that it's shot, it looked like Rams were wearing their home uniforms. The field has the LA logo at midfield. You got Rams in Los Angeles in the end zones. It looked until you pull back and then you see all the red seats and there were a lot of Rams fans there, and I give them all the credit in the world for making the trip out and the people there. There's also a ton of Viking fans there as well. So it did have almost like a bowl game kind of atmosphere. What was it like, boots on the ground?
Exactly like a bowl game. And I'm looking down, there's the LA logo, the Rams. We're on the visitor side. No, the visitor side. So
they use the visiting locker rooms because that's what they're used to, right?
That's the normal locker room. So we're on the opposite side. Usually the Rams are on the other side of the field. So you're getting used to a new side, but you're looking down. Everything felt like SoFi, but when a play happens away from me, my natural reaction is to look up for that big Oculus.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, wait, we're in Arizona. So while you're watching the action, this is LA. It's loud when it's supposed to be. It's raucous when it's supposed to be. Oh, wait, we're in Arizona. It was weird.
I've been meaning to ask you, what did you pick up off the ground towards the end of the second quarter? Because they caught you on camera as everybody was running into the locker room. You reached up to pick something off the ground.
A battery.
Is that?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so that sideline was so tight.
Yeah.
There were so many people, and there's that moving cart.
Oh, the little cam.
There's a lot of threats, and there had to be at least 8 sideline people there. Usually that's me and the other person, or maybe 2.
Yeah.
There's like 8 people. So we're all battling. And I don't know who she was, but she had the security guard from hell. This other lady that wouldn't let anybody get near her. So I dropped a battery, and the lady saw me, and she was like, gave me the look. So that's why I had to bend over and get it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, they caught that?
I caught it. I mean, because you were. I'm looking for you. Whenever they do a sideline shot, I'm looking for you.
Bro,
right?
I was scared.
And I saw it. I'm like, oh, there. And I'm like, wait, he stopped to pick something up. I wanted to know what you picked up. Now I know.
She looked like she had a mean left hook. Yeah, don't mess with her.
Okay,
yeah.
So what they did last night, this goes back to you and I when we are having a discussion last Monday and Tuesday, and I kept saying to you, I think the Rams can beat Minnesota. I understand that their ultimate future is going to be dictated offensively, that their future with Matthew Stafford is dictated offensively, and if they're going to beat Philadelphia, they're going to have to be better offensively. But the defense last night was as good as I've seen it. Because they were that good? Or because the Vikings, for whatever reason, have lost their way over the last 2 weeks? Because Sam Darnold looked exactly, for different reasons.
I'm going to go the Rams' defense is better than advertised. At least that front four. And the way they're being coached in the back end. So I'm walking out of the game with Chris Shula. And we're just joking. We talk all year. He gives me bits and pieces. I relay it to the world and stuff. But I never thought, and I told him this, I never thought in a million years that we could be losing you after one season. when you hold a playoff opponent like Minnesota to under 10 points and you have 9 sacks, you tie the NFL record and break the franchise record for sacks in a postseason. That's how you get your name in the paper. That's how you start getting interviewed or get in that fast track to being a head coach. And I said it's kind of funny. JB said it. It's kind of hard to hide the name Shula.
Yeah.
It really is. You can't hide the name Shula in the NFL. And when you start having a defense that's performing like that, the credit's got to go somewhere. It's going to go to him.
You know, the amount of credit that we give Sean McVay and the entire Rams organization is we do it a lot, and rightfully so. But their plan and the execution of the plan on how to get ready for life without 99, I don't know if you could have asked for a better landing spot than the way that they did it. Because last year, Aaron Donald was here, but clearly the priority in the draft was we need to start getting ready for this. You draft Byron Young, you draft Kobe Turner, and those guys play with Aaron Donald and play really well. Aaron Donald leaves, I think caught Rams fans by surprise, but clearly did not catch the Rams by surprise, because now what do? First round pick in forever, they draft Jared Verse, who is a straight up freak.
Yeah,
right? That he looked like Derrick Henry running that ball into the end zone last night.
Jim Brown.
It was extraordinary. You
the
draft Braden
speed
Fisk.
Of anyone all night.
It was nuts. You draft
really?
Braden Fisk.
MPH wise?
19.88.
Oh, please don't tell him that.
Number one in the whole damn game. The edge guy was the fastest guy on the field.
Jared Verse's head is already this big. Don't tell him he was the fastest guy on the field,
You take those two guys, Fisk and Verse, and all of a sudden, Aaron Donald, who is a first ballot deadlock cinch Hall of Famer, maybe the greatest player ever in the history of that position.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you miss him? Sure. Is your defense really good? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a Les Snead thing. That is a Sean McVay thing. That is a Kevin Demott. That is a right on down the entire Rams brass thing to get prepared, get ahead, be ready to go. This was supposed to be another transition year. Last year was supposed to be a transition year. Go to the playoffs. This year is a transition year.
Yeah.
They go to the playoffs and they win a game, and now you're into the final 8. Anything can happen now. You just need to have a good day.
Give Les Snead credit. Give Sean McVay credit. Give that whole team credit for keeping this thing afloat. Because, like you said, there's plans for everything. Contingency plans on if the game is canceled, where you're going to move it. There's also plans on if we're out of the playoffs before Halloween.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? And it's beyond football. It goes into contracts and future talks. So they had a plan, and McVay and this group coached their way and played their way out of it. And now here we are again. But you're still going to have to face those same questions. And this is weird. And I love Jared Verse, and he is so proud, and he's so proud of his group. He was asked a question about Aaron Donald in that media scrum. Like, how did it feel to record 9 sacks, a franchise record, and you tied the NFL record? How do you feel about doing that in front of Aaron Donald? And he says, well, he left it in good hands. Like, why are you asking me about him? Why are you asking me about him in front of all my guys?
And I say this word, usually this word is negative, and I mean it 1,000% positively. Yeah. The arrogance. the absolute unmitigated arrogance to say that about Aaron Donald is amazing to me.
With all the guys right behind him.
Arrogance to say, what, you think he left it to a bunch of scrubs?
Yes.
That's amazing
to me. It was the
to me.
perfect answer.
That's great.
Yes.
Not to dampen, they played absolutely fantastic, tied an NFL record, insane. But also, Sam Darnold played like crap last night. He held the ball for an average of 4.73 seconds on the plays that he was sacked on. That is a bad decision by the quarterback to not get that ball out.
It's a bad decision not to get the ball out, and you were saying a second ago, I think it's just as bad of a decision by Kevin O'Connell. Dude, Justin Jefferson was a non-factor. You have to find a way to get him the ball in some space. You have to throw shorter routes. You have to do something. Sam Darnold sitting back there for 5 seconds, waiting for somebody to come clear 30 yards down the field doesn't work.
They're going to bracket him. They're going to take it away and force him to go elsewhere with the ball. And they jumped on him early. Their answer was to speed up, and it worked. They did. They caught the Rams off guard a few times.
Yeah.
And they found their one-on-one with Hawkinson. But they were not going to let Jefferson beat them.
And he did 5 catches for 58 yards. I don't care. You told me right now, right? If you said you're going to get the running back equivalent of that with Saquon Barkley, let's say he has 20 carries for 88 yards.
That's a win.
Let's go.
That's a win.
I'll take it all day long. All day long. It was
okay. But what are you giving up to do that?
That's the
because
question.
You can't do that with just 7. So you may be giving up big money to the receivers on the outside if you're stopping him.
Leave a bunch of books on the bench in Philadelphia and see if A.J. Brown picks one up, and maybe he'll start.
What was the name of that book?
Inner Strength, Inner Peace, Inner something.
Excellence.
He was actually reading that book. I didn't see it. He was reading the book on the bench.
He was pissed that he wasn't getting the ball.
I would cut you right there. I would cut you right there.
Did you not hear what he said,
What
DeMarco?
did he say?
I like to read.
Oh, my God. I would have gone straight John Voight in
what
that
if
movie.
you saw a teammate crack open a book on the sideline in the middle of a playoff
Snap.
game?
What are you doing? Crazy.
I like to read. DeMarco, leave
Then
me alone.
read in there. Read your playbook. I don't know. That's weird. Wow. But good. I hope that team is this close from imploding. We need that.
They won a game
and
and it felt like it.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts also holds the ball for forever.
Yeah, he can move too.
Yeah, he's fast though.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold isn't that fast.
You see why the Commanders game? That's why I want to avoid that kid.
Look, everything worked out the way it's supposed to work out. The Rams got rested.
Yeah.
They had to play the, air quote, tougher opponent. They killed them. And Washington, because Jaden Daniels is a different sort of dude, went in on the road and won a playoff game. You missed the team that might have given you the harder time.
Biggest margin of victory in the conference on Wild Card Weekend. 3rd biggest of the entire league.
I'm thrilled that last night was not a good game in the sense of it was exciting, but the Wild Card Weekend, other than that Tampa and Washington game, was a dog.
Yeah.
The games were lousy.
Were you rooting for Baker Mayfield, be honest?
Yes.
Me too.
I like Baker. Look,
Me too.
DeMarco, I am a Baker Mayfield fan. You've heard me say
Come on,
it.
Baker.
I love that guy. I don't know if I wanted to be the quarterback of my team, but I like watching him on TV.
Swag, yes, sir.
All right, give us a call. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Give us your best of the NFL Wildcard Weekend for your chance for a 2-night stay in a hotel, dinner for 2, and then golf or bowling for 2 as well. It's all coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco on 710 ESPN. And let me remind you one more time. If you can, if you are able, please help people affected by the fires here in 2025. You can donate at redcross.org/ESPN. That's redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you.
Me up and never put me down.
Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First and Main, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show, right here on 710 ESPN, a Monday edition, which means Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is going to help us with the best of the football weekend. Best of the football weekend. Let's get his thoughts. The Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr with his best of the football weekend right now.
All right, you still got a chance to get in on this. Give us a call right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776, and you got a chance to win 2 nights and a hotel dinner for 2, and then golf or bowling for 2 as well. Give us a shout, 877-710-ESPN. DeMarco, what was your best of?
My best of the weekend is obvious. 9 sacks, 9 sacks, 9 sacks. Is it what's more fun, 9 sacks or holding the Minnesota Vikings to 9 points? Either way, both of them, my best of the week.
Your best of the week is the number 9?
9,
You're like
yes.
Elmo.
And Chris Shula, defense. Shout out to Aubrey Pleasant, who's the assistant head coach. They are a fantastic staff. They've got these young guys rumbling. Omar Spates, wow, what a revelation.
Okay, so Verse and Fisk and the guys that were highly drafted, Omar Spates, undrafted, he's a starter for you. Cam Kitchens, drafted later, he's playing for
Bowler.
you. These guys, Bo Limmer is your starting center on your offensive line.
You
he's
were
a
watching the game.
7th-round pick.
Did the whistle blow? I was trying to tell him.
It was close.
Okay, it was close. I heard the whistle, and he didn't stop. And I even asked Bo Limmer, did you hear the whistle? He said, what whistle? So I know what that means in O-lineman talk.
I'm okay with what he did. You know what I mean? Like, look, we're going to send a message.
I'm not. Be smart.
Not all penalties are created equal in my world, right?
Yeah.
It was a big play. It was going to be 2nd and 1. You're
And
getting ready to go in for the second, the second touchdown of the first quarter.
Yeah.
I get it. But there's also we're not here to mess around today.
No, I get you, but maybe save that one. But it is Higbee. He's upside down. Go save your guy. I get it.
My best of the weekend is Dan Campbell will see you in 2 weeks just going up in flames. Not only do you not get Minnesota, but the winner of that game isn't even coming your way because Washington doinks one in Tampa. And the only kind of quasi upset of the first round. And the playoffs get weird all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
And, we'll see.
Like
I thought that, and they used it as motivation.
Of course they did.
It wasn't just this, he's just, saying something polite to his
opponent. You put it out there. Yeah. Like I said, in a phone booth, Dan Campbell versus Sean McVay, I'm taking the short guy.
No.
I'm taking the short guy.
Not in that. Dude, Dan Campbell's a lunatic.
So is this guy.
I know. I understand. Dan Campbell's 9 feet tall and 400 pounds and mean and strong.
You might buy a kneecap.
I understand it's the size of the fight in the dog, not the size of the dog in the fight.
Except in a phone booth.
But when both dogs are mean as hell, I'm taking the bigger
and
dog.
nowhere to run.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go. All right, let's go for the best of the weekend in Los Angeles and Gilbert. Gilbert, what do you got?
Hey, Travis. How are you guys? Good morning. What a great day to be a Rams fan. Just want to talk about my food spread in the morning or for the game. Some nice carne asada, to start the game off.
Yeah.
A couple of beers.
Yeah.
Made myself some Mexican rice as well. Fish ceviche as an appetizer. And also, I won a few bets on the game. Kyron Williams' first touchdown. It was a great day to be a Rams fan yesterday with a great win. It was just amazing. And I can't wait to see the next game. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir.
What's your address, Gil? I'm coming to your house for the next wild card weekend. That's quite a
yeah, definitely. I live over in City Terrace. Luckily, we weren't displaced by the fires, but yeah, it was a great spread. Come on over next time.
What kind of ceviche? Are we talking shrimp? Are we talking fish? What do we get?
Fish ceviche yesterday. Fish ceviche.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. Why not? Congratulations, Gil.
It was great.
You win a 2-night hotel stay, dinner for 2, and then golf for 2 or bowling for 2 at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino.
Ceviche,
so congratulations to you. Stay on the line, Gil. I'll make sure that Emily gets all of your information. Are you more of a fish or a shrimp? Fish or a shrimp?
What did you say?
Heel.
Remember?
It's not Gil. It's not heel. It's heel.
Heel.
Yes.
Ask me that again. About ceviche.
Oh, fish or shrimp?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes. Love ceviche.
There's both there. Where do you go first?
Shrimp.
Yeah.
I'm going to the shrimp. Yeah. Especially if it looks good. Yeah, I love ceviche.
You like a little mango in your ceviche?
No, I don't. I like mango on the side, though.
Oh, you don't?
I'm right there with you, but not
Okay.
in. Yeah. Kind of a food snob with that. But I love ceviche.
You just want the onions and the tomatoes and the
cilantro.
Let's go.
He wants it authentic,
Yeah,
there you go.
Well, I get it, but that mango ceviche.
Is the mango authentic?
Nah, man.
All I know is they sell it at the Northgate Mercado in Costa Mesa, and it's awesome.
They have 8 different kinds, though. So
right,
it's
and
cool.
that's the kind that I like the best. It's got big chunks of mango.
Is there a Northgate in Inglewood?
Probably.
There is right there, right there. Okay, there is a North Gate. Okay,
yeah, but you're coming to the Mercado.
I'm coming to the big one.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, and we'll sit and we'll have a drink at the bar.
Let's go.
Yeah, the North Gate at Inglewood is 10801 South Prairie Ave.
Right there when you get off and make the left. That's North Gate. Is that the one? That can't be the one they're talking about. That's another one.
Costa Mesa. Yeah, look, they're all great, but you should come down by.
I have to get the tamales because I bit
February 2nd, Jorge, is that what it is?
I bit baby Jesus. I did.
You did. But I'm a little confused at the whole thing because there's one Jesus, yes?
Yes.
Why were there 8 Jesuses in that cake?
I don't know. They're everywhere.
I think it's because it's 8
It's the
times
size
the
of the
size
cake.
of an
I
other
understand
one.
it's a big cake, but I don't know. I'm not religious. I don't understand
What was the name
how
of
these
that?
things
The
work.
whole
Rosca.
One more time.
Rosca de Reyes.
Rosca de Reyes.
Heel.
Heel. Heel. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're excited for the Rams, right?
Yeah.
It was a great night last night.
I wonder if Marcus Freeman gets a job in the NFL.
You think he might get that Bears job?
Don't you just love him?
I like him at Notre Dame
I like
a lot.
looking at him.
I know he's.
Oh, yeah?
Say that again.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I like looking at him.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Fair enough. But
Jimmy G, Marcus.
Honestly, maybe Marcus.
Okay.
Mariota?
No, Freeman.
Oh, Marcus or
with
who?
Jimmy G.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that other part. Okay. But he may jump the line or upset the apple
Get ready.
cart.
Hold on. I'm going to break your brain here. You
Go
ready?
ahead. Yeah.
Marcus Freeman, Jimmy G, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, that's in that order.
It is in that order?
Yes.
Okay.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, she likes Trevor Lawrence, too, which I turned into
Let's do
DeMarco
Kiss, Marry,
for-
Kill.
I would say, I don't know. I guess
You want to marry Marcus Freeman.
That's what I said because he has more upper.
Yeah.
Like his potential earning is still getting bigger and
You're
bigger.
going after his wallet.
So kiss Jimmy G. And I guess pay.
Bye, Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence makes good coin too, but Marcus Freeman may upset the apple cart and jump the line because people like him.
Well, look, they lost. Was it Northern Illinois?
Yeah.
They lost to Northern Illinois, and you're like, oh, my God, Notre Dame, get ready for this season. They're in the national championship
Here they
game.
are.
Here they are. And I'm not going to draw too big of a comparison, but it's not dissimilar to what the Rams were 1-4, and you said you're out of the playoffs before Halloween's even. That's where I thought they were. At 1-4, I'm like, nah. And it wasn't just 1-4. 1-4, and they didn't look like a good team, DeMarco. I understand there were guys missing.
Your
but
offensive line was battered, beaten, and completely discombobulated.
I thought they dug too deep of a hole.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought they'd put themselves in a position where you're not getting out of this.
You got 1-4. You got what?
12 games left.
12 left. I mean, you're not out of it. I can't do math. Yeah, 1-4. You still have 12
the
to play.
history of the NFL tells you are out of it.
8%. I know 8%, but there's still a chance. You still have 12 games to get back in it.
Yeah. So the Rams dug out of the hole.
And the Niners weren't the Niners.
No.
They're not running away with the division.
They dug out of their hole too. But the best part about Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame is the same thing with Ryan Day and Ohio State. Thank goodness this first college football playoff has blue bloods in it. I do not need some interloper.
SMU Boise?
SMU Boise. Even ASU or something like that would have been like, come on, man.
I want more Scatterbo.
Come on, man.
Look,
you just like saying Scatterbo.
I just love that guy. He's so funny.
He's really good.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what he's like on the next level, though.
The first version of this needs to have one of the 10 teams that we could all agree on.
It's
Ohio
a win.
State, Notre Dame, you turn to your TV, you're like, oh, yeah, I want to watch this.
Yeah,
This is
NIL,
good.
transfer portal, it hasn't blown up the sport yet because of where we are in the national championship.
And the very best thing that could have happened to Ohio State, and Ohio State fans are going to scream and throw things and say I'm an idiot and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I do. The best thing that happened to that team was losing to Michigan.
You think so?
I absolutely do.
Okay.
I absolutely
Galvanized
do.
them.
It made them go. Because Ryan Day all of a sudden went, uh-oh. And he got everybody's attention. They smashed Tennessee. They smashed Oregon. That game against Texas was close late, but it never felt close. They were in complete control of that game. They have looked like the best team in the field comfortably since that loss.
They look like Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. And here they are. And they may win a national championship. You know who I lost a little bit of respect for? Is James Franklin.
Hit me.
What the heck was he doing in the press conference? Why was he trying to belittle Marcus Freeman?
I missed that.
Did you see all this? Yeah, in the press conference, he was talking about Notre Dame should join a conference. Like right in front of the Notre Dame coach.
Okay.
Yeah. Was it gamesmanship? It just kind of fell flat for me. And I've heard some things about him.
It's not the time and place. I'll agree with you on that.
Like, what are we doing here?
The idea of Notre Dame needing to be in the new world order of college football to be able to kind of skate through playing the service academies in Stanford every year.
But it is kind of loser talk from James Franklin.
But that's not the time or place.
Right, and then you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he stuck it right back in your ear.
That quarterback lost his mind.
A little bit, didn't he?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know.
He Sam Darnolded it.
Oh, is that a thing now? He Darnolded it?
2 for 2.
Come on, that's not fair.
Hey, look, we're going to play 2 big games this year. Sam Darnold, you ready for this? What?
He was bad.
He was
really bad.
Real bad. All right, Rams with a huge win last night. But, DeMarco, you look closely. They caught a couple of huge breaks last night that I don't know if you can count on them against Philadelphia coming up next week. That's all straight ahead. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Rotolo Chevrolet. New year, maybe you're thinking about picking up that new ride. Maybe you're thinking about a new Silverado. If you are, there's no better place to go than Rotolo Chevrolet because they got all the Silverados. They got all the Chevy cars and trucks. It's right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit in Fontana. So they're going to have what you want. They're going to give you a great price as well. But what you can only get at Rotolo Chevrolet is customer service that is memorable, that you're going to be like, it really is like Trav said. It really is the reason that they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. They make you feel special. They make you feel like you're the most important person there because that's exactly what you are to them. They make sure that everybody gets what they want and feels great about it. Transparent, courteous, upfront. It is Mike Capozio's mission to make you feel like that when it's all said and done. How do I know? I bought cars from Rotolo Chevrolet. I've been driving Silverados from Rotolo Chevrolet for years. So go see for yourself what all the fun's about at Rotolo Chevrolet. Like I mentioned, off the 210 Sierra Avenue exit in Fontana. And if that's a little far away for you, go online, rotolochevy.com. And whether you're in or online, make sure you let them know that Travis sent you.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
10 a.m. on the Travis and DeMarco Show. A little live imaging Tuesday. We'll throw a little bit in there today.
Nice.
Well, we started with a local. No, we don't like to say live and local. LA-based morning show.
Is that what we're doing?
What's wrong with live and local?
Well, some people in the company don't like it.
Oh, okay. Here's what it is.
You know, they got to be upset about something.
Gotcha.
It's just the nature of the beast.
LA-based morning show. Sedano and Cap did 7 to 9 a.m. They're doing 2-a-days. They'll be back this afternoon at 3 p.m. I'm tired.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm just tired in general these days.
Why?
There's a lot of mental stuff.
Okay.
You know, and the fires don't help. You know, watching,
No, they don't.
Watching the news and seeing the destruction for 7 days.
Depressing. Yeah.
So we are all watching it. We're all glued to the TV. We're all glued to our phones, watching the coverage. But at some point, I need to turn this off for a second. Even though you empathize and you're worried and everything else, but it's just to live in that world 24/7 is a lot.
It's a lot.
And again, we mentioned it yesterday briefly. Credit to all the local news people too that were just grinding it out for going on a week now with no break in sight. It was an impressive performance.
Well, and it's funny because so much of conversations of like, do people watch the news anymore? Do people watch local anymore? And recently, KFI the powerful big news talk radio station here, they went through iHeartMedia went through a lot of layoffs, and KNX was always known for their amazing news team, and they laid them all off. A month before one of the biggest tragedies in Southern California. So it makes you think. And I watched a lot of Channel 5. I know Channel 7, Channel 2. They all did their thing.
I was on 4 most of it, yeah.
And you see how important local is, right? And the local news and covering the stories. Different than when you watch a national newscast. Yeah, they're talking about it.
David Muir is not going to cover this like they do on Channel 2, 4, 5, 7, and 11.
He's not sitting here.
No, and he doesn't know the area. Like the people that come in that will cover the story for a national news outlet, they'll come in and they'll do the best job they can, but when one of these reporters is in Mandeville Canyon or they're in Eaton Canyon or they're in these places, they know the neighborhoods. They know the communities. They're here. It's incredibly important.
I was listening to CBS, and when the Hollywood Hills fire broke out, and one of their reporters was like, my house is like right down here. So like, I'm leaving. I'm going to call you guys with updates as I'm going. But, it's like clearly all these reporters have their own stake in this because they love this community. They've been in this community for however long they have been, but they also know it so well. So shout out to them. They've done an amazing job.
Well wishes, whatever you believe, use it now for people that are suffering and still suffering.
Saw where the local teams, you got the LAFD hat, the Rams today, they've already donated upwards of $8 million, and I would imagine that's just going to be the tip of the iceberg. I would think that all of these local entities, whether the Rams, the Chargers, the Dodgers, the Angels, the Ducks, the Kings, everybody right on down the line is going to participate in trying to help everybody get back on their feet.
No doubt. Are you exercising, man? You didn't take a backward step on that. Ultra important. Are you exercising? You said you've been tired.
Not as much as I need to, but
okay.
The anxiety has been a bit of an issue so far as we start the year. It's the issue with everything. So,
issues
and
with
air quality wise, make sure you're being safe. If you are going to be exercising outside, wear a mask. But even then, sometimes it's bad to do that to your lungs.
What alleviates your anxiety other than the obvious?
I don't know, because it's getting worse.
Yeah.
So we might have to take some other steps.
Okay.
But it just seems to be mounting a little bit more. And listen, a lot of people out there suffer from mental health stuff. I think everybody has a touch of it. But obviously, I don't know what exactly is inspiring it this time around. But yeah, there's a lot going on. But we'll get through it. We always do, DeMarco.
Yeah,
I'll just
really
make fun of you more.
Serious. Come on.
Whatever. You brought it up.
You're the first person I thought about running off the field. I really did. I thought about you. I wonder how.
What did you think?
I wonder how he's going to downplay this. I didn't say downplay.
Where's the bucket of cold water for this
How
moment?
is he going to spin this into the negative? That's what I thought. And then I got on X, and I'm like, he's the biggest hater, the biggest Ram hater on the station. And I'm like, is he? Okay. See? Okay. I'm leaning towards Travis.
Yeah.
Maybe you should listen to that. Yes.
I mean, name a bigger one.
I don't think you can.
Yeah. It's not Mason. It's not me. It's not DeMarco. It's not Cappy. It's not Sedano.
I mean, back in the day, it was Keyshawn.
Well, okay, but he's not here.
Why would Key hate on the Rams? I thought he loved Sean.
Yeah, he doesn't like other people.
Oh, let's leave that there. Okay.
No, I got to get one of those LAFD hats. Because I don't have a Rams hat, and I'm going to buy one of those.
I would be honored to get your first Rams hat.
Yeah, but I want to buy it to support LAFD. So.
Okay.
Buy two. I'm a 7 5/8.
You know what?
You want a hat? What?
7 5/8.
It's a running thing that Travis is cheap, or that Chris believes that Travis is cheap.
So does that make your head bigger than mine? Because I'm
yours?
7.5.
No, I'm an 1/8 inch larger than you.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, jeez.
Only by an 8.
And he's back.
Hey, listen.
And he's back.
So, DeMarco, let me ask you this.
Wait, Travis is cheap, so he's trying to get
I'm not
a free
cheap.
hat?
Chris makes vicious allegations about me being cheap. I would aggressively
Why did you stop
disagree.
when he said he wanted a hat, too? Why did you stop?
Well, he's cheap.
Okay.
He squeezes the quarter
Until
the Eagles squeeze.
I got you. Okay.
Did you notice when you went on your fitness journey, when you've lost all this weight, did your head get smaller?
I don't know. Do I look smaller?
No, your hat size. My hat size has fluctuated dramatically.
Oh,
since
so
I've
your
lost
head
it.
shrank?
Yes.
Okay, I do know you can get a fat head.
I did, and I do, and I at the moment do not.
Your old where's your badge? Are you wearing it? That Travis does not exist anymore. That is an 8-gallon Peyton Manning head right there.
I'm going to hold it up for the camera.
You're back to normal. Yeah.
Well, this I would argue that this is normal for me. That this is
that's normal.
This may be the way that physiologically I'm intended to be, but my natural disposition for sloth and gluttony tends to overcome
This
these
is
sorts of things.
healthy. This is where we're never going back to.
I thought about you. You said you thought about him coming off the field. I was thinking about you on what was it? Sunday morning. I did the big Laguna Canyon hike, 14 miles.
No way.
Yeah.
Take him with you.
I don't know if I'm ready
no
for that.
disrespect, but I don't know if you make that yet.
It.
We could start smaller. We could do
14
it.
miles?
You can make it.
1,500
If you
feet of
had
climb.
to slog 14 miles to save your life, you would.
No, I'd probably call it.
Oh,
I'm going to check out right here. There are mountain lions in the area, so you wouldn't be there long.
Listen, if you told me right now how I feel, based on everything, there's a mountain lion in my office, ready for lunch. I'm like, okay, let's
You
do
would
it.
just walk.
Let's it'll be quick.
Come on, you can make it. Come on. Take it with you next time. We'll all go. We'll put it on a GoPro.
I do not want to be responsible for that.
I'll take responsibility.
It's pretty steep. There are parts of this that are steep.
That's not enjoyable.
Come on, that's fun.
There's a nice flat part that we could go through. It's beautiful. It's wooded. It's
How long did it take you to do that?
3.5 hours.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot? It was not.
No, it's perfect.
Perfect.
It was weird.
No
like
smoke, right?
Kind of going back to what we were talking about. It felt it was odd because it was so beautiful down by where I live, and the weather was breezy and cool and bright blue skies, and you just know the devastation that's 40, 50 miles up the road. It was a bizarre moment to kind of have those two things going on at the same time.
Travis will be alive during the zombie apocalypse because he can walk.
I can walk.
You can walk.
I can't do it. I can't catch a fish or trap an animal, so I don't think I'd eat anything.
Either seafood or bee food.
Beef. Okay, I got it.
You had to think about it. I like it. My man.
Yeah.
I want you to walk with him.
How far could you get?
14
flat
miles.
land?
Yeah.
14 miles to safety.
I mean, I just did 2 miles over the weekend.
Okay.
Like in my neighborhood, so.
There you go.
You do 2. Can you do 4?
I haven't done 4 yet, but I can.
You can do 4. Okay,
you can do 4.
Then we stop, rest, water up, do another 4.
Got to pack a lunch.
There you go.
Shower together.
No, we're not going to do that. No.
Why is your first impulse always to go to the showers?
Because
He's deflecting.
I give people what they want.
I don't think anybody wants that.
Nobody wants sad, Chris.
I'm not asking you to be sad.
People want entertainment.
There are a lot of off ramps, and you always choose the shower off ramp.
It's just easy that way.
I just really want to beat Philadelphia.
So
I really do just want to beat.
Let me throw. I'm going to channel my inner Morales here for a second.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff broke their way last night
for the
Rams.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, let's just kind of go through these one by one. The Stafford incompletion. Okay,
go ahead.
That could have easily been ruled a fumble and a scoop and score
and a touchdown.
And all of a sudden, not only it's a tie game. And all of the momentum that you have is gone. The Vikings obviously have a totally different attack plan from that point forward. And I get that the rule was administered correctly. I get that it was a forward pass in the strictest interpretation of the rules.
Forward.
He did. But how many times do we see them get calls like that wrong?
A lot.
A lot. That was a huge risk for him just to kind of flip that thing out there because – during the Manningcast, do we have Bill Belichick on this?
Oh, God, yeah.
During the Manningcast, both Peyton and Eli are like, that's a fun. There's no way they're overturning that. And Belichick right away goes, that's a forward pass. All the rules go to the offense.
That's not a throw, right? I don't think you can say that. He didn't. Bill, your thoughts here?
They're going to call it a pass. They're going to call it a pass.
Field is a fumble recovered by the defense. Touchdown.
And they circle back to it later and they overturn it, but that could have easily been ruled a fumble. It was. Did. They got it right.
Yeah.
So they dodged a bullet there.
It was ruled a fumble.
Yeah. Kyren Williams put the ball on the ground twice yesterday.
Yep, sure did.
The Rams got one. Puka recovered one. The other one, they ruled him down. But again, that was one that was really, really close.
Yeah.
He has the fumble bug. I mean, he had been gone for a while.
One thing with him.
Yeah.
So they say the knock on Kyren is he doesn't have a lot of explosives.
Okay.
So that's Kyren trying to make explosives.
Get on the ground with the ball.
That's the downside. The ball may come out. So if he plays it high and tight like they used to do with Tiki Barber back in the day when he fumbled.
Yep.
Then he'll be a consistent running back with no explosives.
Fine.
I am fine with that.
Me too.
Yeah, I think he has to be fine with that.
If he the Eagles stand the first time that they played each other, going back to week 11, 37-20, wasn't that close.
Yeah.
The game turned on a Kyren fumble.
Yep.
He put it on the ground and the game went in a totally different direction. He has been a fumbler in his career. He had not for a while. All of a sudden, it shows back up again. It didn't cost the Rams, but that's unlikely to happen.
Technically, he didn't fumble because he didn't lose it.
No, the one that he did fumble is a fumble. It's just not a lost fumble.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you to Puka Nacua.
The other one, I still, for the life of me, I've watched it 100 times, how that punt didn't get blocked.
I stand next to Ethan Evans. He said the guy went right under him. DeMarco?
It grazed his helmet.
He said it went right under him, and the weirdest thing ever.
You know what he should have done?
What?
Help me out with tackle him.
Hit him.
The ball was still in his hands. Like, he was so early that it wasn't like a block attempt. It was a tackle attempt.
Okay, so if he was a traditional Ray Guy type punter, where he's punting the fat side of the football and you're trying to get the spiral, that's blocked. The way he punts it, he punts the point of the football. So it's a weird thing. It misses your hands. It's like throwing a knuckle out there.
It was. I've watched it a half a dozen times, and I still don't know how the ball didn't get blocked. And again, all of those things that were those 50-50 moments, they all broke the Rams' way. That typically doesn't happen. You usually get half of them by definition, right? They all kind of landed on the Rams' way. They got to clean up all of that stuff because Philadelphia, I think, is a better
penalties.
team.
Yeah, they had
10 penalties.
They got a lot to fix.
The penalty you mentioned with Bo Limmer
killed everything.
It killed that momentum. Yep. Jake Hummel had a roughing the punter, which I thought was a little bit
ticky-tack.
That
was crud.
I thought so too.
Sorry, I almost cussed. That was absolute garbage.
They called it, though.
He's getting swung around. How do you rough a punter with your back?
I'm with you. I thought it was ticky-tack. But again, couple of bad penalties.
What's that guy's name? The official.
Hussey, I believe. John Hussey.
John Hussey.
Yeah.
He's aptly named. Sorry.
It was a good night for the Rams in every possible respect. They got the right calls when they need them. Their mistakes didn't kill them. Their penalties didn't kill them.
Yeah.
They're going to need to be a lot cleaner against Philadelphia.
I like your attitude towards the punter and blocking it. Just go through the guy.
Yeah.
But that is the strongest Ram out there, Ethan Evans.
I know.
That's the last guy I want to get kicked by.
I understand.
And I'm sure that's in everybody's mind.
I understand, but if you...
He looks like his helmet doesn't fit. He's one of them dudes.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
And it's usually an offensive lineman or a defensive. It looks like their face is getting squeezed out the front of their helmet.
Yeah, right.
Like a zit that's almost ready to pop.
Right.
It's like getting squeezed from all the face is coming out the front.
The Incredible Hulk is the punter. But I mean, that should have been blocked. It was a great scheme by them. They got home. That definitely needs to get fixed. You got to look at that. That's a couple of weeks now. Guys have gotten home.
Yeah,
they haven't blocked it, but they were close.
Need to be better at that, and then they got to do something with Saquon. Cowboys' job is open all of a sudden. It's Dion? It's Dion. We'll talk about it next.
Who else would it be?
It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Hey, we're getting deeper into the playoffs, right? Deep into the playoffs. We're already to the divisional round, which means you got to hustle and get on Prize Picks before football goes away. Now, there's still baseball, there's still basketball, there's still football, there's hockey, there's all sorts of stuff going on. But with over 10 million members and billions of dollars awarded in winnings, Prize Picks is the place to be. And right now, all you got to do is pick more or less on those projections, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money, right? Here's what it is. Use the promo code TRAV, T-R-A-V, when you're signing up for Prize Picks. And when you use the promo code TRAV, you're going to get $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Win or lose, guaranteed you get your $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. But you can't do it if you don't play. Prize Picks app on your phone. Promo code TRAV. Pick more, pick less. Prize Picks. Run your game.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right.
Here to introduce something really special. You're going to love it. My new Trump watches. It's one of the best watches made. Wear it proudly on your wrist, and everyone will know what it's for, who it represents. Get your Trump watch right now. Go to gettrumpwatches.com. It's Trump time.
Celebrate the inauguration of President Trump with his new amazing watches. A true collector's item. Very limited. They will sell out. Go to gettrumpwatches.com now to get your Trump watch before they're gone. It's an easy URL to remember. Gettrumpwatches.com. Don't miss your chance to own a valuable piece of history. Go now to gettrumpwatches.com and get your watch today. See gettrumpwatches.com for details. Celebrate President Trump's return with these limited edition beautiful new Trump watches. Hurry, go now to gettrumpwatches.com.
Little Hall & Oates on a live imaging Tuesday. The Travis and DeMarco Show.
Why do they hate each other? Get back together, please.
I think
Who sued who?
They probably hated each other all along.
I think the blonde sued the short guy.
Sued Davy Lopes?
Davy Lopes.
I
Davy
feel
Lopes
like
tried
any
to
group
sell
that
the
isn't
catalog.
Your siblings probably
Yeah.
are going to hate each other at some point.
Yeah, that's probably
they're,
Even if you are
apparently, they
siblings.
never liked each other. Yeah.
By the way, Hall & Oates part of that Yacht Rock sound. And Yacht Rock and that documentary, Michael McDonald is going to tour with the Doobie Brothers later this year.
That's awesome.
That hasn't happened in 30 years, and the amount of money they're about to make is incredible.
After you were hyping the Yacht Rock doc, I went and watched it. I don't know the last time I had as much fun just watching a movie as I had in a really long time. It was.
I loved it.
I
you
knew
guys were wrong, though. Michael McDonald did not look that bad.
He's pretty heavy.
You and
looked-
John Ireland made it seem like he was like enormous Jabba the Hutt style.
He's pretty big.
He wasn't that bad.
He looks good,
Yeah.
other than he's overweight.
He's
but
big.
The rest of them kind of look a little banged up. But I loved it.
Yeah.
I that was as good of a little fun doc as I've seen
Awesome.
in a really long time.
And the part that John said to stay for, the phone call at the
Tremendous.
end.
Oh, that's so
Hilarious.
good. Tremendous.
Oh, my God. So
What did you call it? That's what I thought you said. We'll give it away. Yeah. I like when the director's like, I think, was it Dan Fagan? Yeah. I think Dan Fagan just told me to blankety.
That was awesome.
Tremendous.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Tremendous. Did you see any movies over the holiday season?
I did. Let me turn this way. I saw Gladiator 2.
All right, like it?
I did.
Yeah.
Except for the sharks in the Coliseum.
That is just absolutely ridiculous.
Come on,
Okay,
people.
one, how do you get the water into the Coliseum?
Yeah.
How do you get the water out of the
Buckets.
Coliseum?
Okay, I would say this. How do you build the Coliseum?
How does it not drain out? Because there's definitely no
in that day and
insulation.
time,
logs.
If the Caesar wanted sharks,
bamboo
in the Roman Coliseum, he's going to get it.
Mud and logs.
And a lot of people are going to die.
They
But
built
yeah.
aqueducts. No. They built aqueducts that ran for hundreds of miles. They knew how to get water places.
But how do you get like
inaccurate
sharks
that
in there?
There's definitely never
Fishing
been sharks
poles.
in there.
Nets.
Drag them. But I did. I thought Denzel played a pretty good.
Yeah, no, Denzel was great.
Can
He
I
was
say it
fantastic.
without spoiling? He played a good character.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
A
he
really
was a
good character.
interesting
Yeah.
foil to the main character.
And the two emperors, the two Caesars.
Caesars.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
I
yeah.
liked them both too. I thought that movie it was to me a little long, but generally not a bad time.
Not sure if I like the lead guy.
Paul
Is that his name? I'm not sure if I like the lead guy.
He's
I've
basically
not
trying to
seen
do a Russell Crowe impression.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's not really doing
yeah,
it well.
yeah.
But I also, it's okay.
Do you have to have loved the original to
Yes.
enjoy the sequel?
Yes.
Okay. Then
It
it's-
won't make you forget the original.
Yeah.
This one.
I didn't dislike the original, but
Yeah.
I'm not cuckoo for Cocoa
Oh,
Puffs
really?
over it the way other people are.
Oh, that's the movie. Oh, yeah.
It was fine.
That
I liked
300.
it.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
300, that's the movie. Yeah.
You know what I finally saw for the
What?
first time? I'd never seen it, but because the sequel was coming out, I wanted to get caught up. Den of Thieves.
Oh, did you see it?
Awesome.
Really? Okay, awesome.
Not the sequel. I saw the original.
Oh, the
I
first
I
one.
had never seen the first one.
Anybody seen the part 2 yet?
Not yet.
Not
No.
yet.
Why-
Okay.
It's not out yet, is it?
It's out. It came out
I
last
thought it
week.
came out on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jorge, when you see it, let me know.
For sure. Yeah.
Or when you heard of somebody that saw it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm down.
All right.
Yeah. I want to see O'Shea.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his franchise. This is his Fast and the Furious. It's not
really
over.
good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a great
Yes.
deal. Is Dion going to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys?
It certainly seems that way, right? And it's something that Jerry would actually do. Like, why would you do
Jerry
this?
would do it.
Why would you do this to Mike McCarthy, though?
Do what?
when he fired him. And
I'm just going to throw your own words back at you. Make him wear it. That's what you told me.
But if you're going to fire him right after the season's over because you get a chance to interview people. They can't even interview the top people now.
Yeah,
because of when you fired him.
Look,
it was a mutual departing of ways.
He must not like Mike McCarthy.
Here's what makes no sense. He didn't fire him. His contract expired because they couldn't come to an agreement on the next contract, which means at least on some level, he wanted to bring him back. They just couldn't agree on terms. They couldn't agree on money. They couldn't agree on length. They couldn't agree on something. But that wasn't hey, it didn't work out. Thank you for your service. We're going to go in another direction. That's not what it was. It's we're negotiating. We can't come to an agreement. I'm going to go in a different direction.
Well, he had an option to sign him. And he chose not to.
I understand that, but he didn't technically fire him. And apparently what both sides are saying is the negotiations broke down, which is different than you're not the right guy for a job, I'm getting rid of you. That's different than we can't come to an agreement on what this is.
I'm not going to pay you that much.
He was a lame duck going into this year.
But the way it is, I mean, who do you think you're going to get that's better?
Well, I want you to listen to this. This is Troy Aikman who was talking about this. And by the way, Troy was awesome last night. Troy was throwing shade at Sam Darnold and the Vikings.
I'll talk about it in the Factor Cap.
Yeah, okay. So I'll save that for you. But this is one of the most highly decorated Cowboys of all time talking about that job and that organization.
As far as the coveted job, I don't know that that's accurate. I mean,
Really?
I do think the Cowboys are obviously a high-profile team. Whoever is covered or whoever is head coach of that team is certainly going to draw a lot of attention. But I think most football people that take over as a head coach, they want to do it on their terms.
That's
and
fair.
That's hard to do. And it's, if you take a Dan Campbell, for instance, is Dan Campbell if he's with the Dallas Cowboys? It's hard to imagine that he is. It's hard to imagine that a lot of these coaches might be. So I love the Dallas Cowboys. I played there for 12 years. I wish them well. But to say that it's a coveted job, I'm not sure I would necessarily agree with that.
Is
Nobody
he right?
pushed back on that?
Yeah.
On that?
Do you disagree?
Was it Van Pelt and Ryan Clark?
I don't know.
Yes, it was Van Pelt, Ryan Clark, and Kelsey.
No one pushed back on that because
they had a discussion around it, but we just pulled the Troy Aikman.
The Cowboys it's like the most coveted job in sports.
Not according to the guy that was the quarterback there for a very long time.
Years ago.
Same owner, though.
Every coach in the world would want to coach the Dallas Cowboys. It's the biggest brand in the league, possibly the world.
The second two things, I agree with you. The first thing, I do not agree with you. That there's big brand, no question. Biggest brand in the league, no question. Most recognizable logo, probably.
People that haven't seen running water know what the Cowboys are.
I agree. That doesn't mean that the guy that you're going to go work for makes it an easy place to go work. In ideal circumstances, of course it's what you're talking about. But Jerry has his thumb on the scale on everything.
Yeah.
Jerry is involved in everything. Jerry wants to be the reason that they win.
And you
first.
Get everything you need to be successful,
except for the lack of interference. You're going to be interfered with, and that's not everything. Is what Jerry Buss did with the Lakers. Here, you take it, you do it. If you have a problem, come back to me, and I'll give you my opinion on these things and make it all. But you go do what you want to do.
Yeah,
right. What the Dodgers have going on, where Mark Walter and the Guggenheim Group went to Andrew Friedman and say, "Go do whatever you want."
I got you, but coveted job. If Jerry Jones offers a coach that job, no one's going to say no. Mike McCarthy didn't say no. He just priced himself out.
Mike McCarthy.
That is a very coveted job. Are you out of your mind? That's okay. I get it. He's got an axe to grind or whatever.
But that's the whole point, DeMarco. I don't think he does.
I think he might. I think he's taking shots at Jerry. And he might be
even
right on that.
Shots, that doesn't mean that they're invalid.
He may be right, but to say that the Dallas Cowboys aren't a coveted job, that is flat wrong.
It's prestigious and it's
I'm not afraid to say that to Aikman. That's flat wrong, and you know it.
I don't think so.
I think you're defending your guy in Mike McCarthy, and that's fair. You're using your platform to defend him.
Jason Garrett was there a long time. You've had some guys that have
and
come
as soon
through
as he
with pedigrees.
offers that job to any coach in America or anywhere in the world, they're going to say
you're
yes.
Going to see based on who they get. If they get another guy, like who's the guy, Ben Johnson in Detroit, right? Highly sought after, and there's going to be a bidding war for him.
On the
if you
rise,
get
hasn't
him,
been a coach
you
yet.
get him. If you get Aaron Glenn, right?
Yeah.
These guys that are really. But if you get a guy like Ron Rivera or Deion Sanders or something like that, that is not the top of the coaching pyramid.
Ben Johnson, coveted, hot guy, hottest coaching prospect.
Sure.
There you go. Going to make a lot of money. Right. I'm just making sure Chris is in the room and Emily's listening. Right? Okay. So, hot candidate for the next head coaching job.
Yeah.
Okay. And Jorge has got his finger on the record button. He's looking at me, see? Okay. So, he's going to choose between Chicago and Dallas.
Okay.
Where do you think he chooses? And the money's
Well,
equal.
it'll be interesting to see what happens.
And the money's equal.
Yeah.
You think he takes Chicago
I
over
think there's
Dallas?
a chance, sure.
No way.
Yeah, I think there's a chance.
You're going to go to cold weather Chicago where no quarterback has ever been
hear
successful.
You. And Chicago's not a great organization either. They're a hot mess as well.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at,
they've got a quarterback.
It's not this or that. It's who ultimately, and I'll use this as an example because I heard his name get floated around. Ron Rivera is a classic example of, he's a guy that coaches in the league. He kind of bounces from here to there.
He's gone to a Super Bowl.
Is he bad at it? No. Is he good at it like McVay or Reed or
he can get you back to zero.
He can maybe. You see what happened in Washington. It wasn't very good.
If you're down here, he can get you back to here.
That's a guy. There's not a bidding war for Ron Rivera right now.
No.
Right?
Probably not, no.
If you go pull Bill Belichick and make him do a 180 on North Carolina, which isn't impossible.
Yeah.
If you maybe, Pete Carroll's kind of more towards the prestigious side than not. Like if you get one of those guys, but if you get another retread that's just a dude, then Aikman's validated. If you get Johnson, if you get Glenn, if you get one of those
guys.
If
Ben Johnson turns you down, then Aikman is validated. Then it's not coveted. But that's ludicrous for him to say. That is not coveted. You can offer Marcus Freeman right now. He'll take the job.
Oh, I don't know.
Absolutely, he will.
It's coveted if you want a job in media afterwards because they'll have that.
You're going to be
number one chair,
the head coach of the Cowboys.
But yes, in
Come
title,
on. What are you
have
talking
it, and in
about?
practice, but in reality,
That's
you're
like
the
turning
head
down the
coach of the
Lakers.
Cowboys. Again, they turn that job over all the time.
Yeah,
Darvin Ham and
who's
JJ
turning
Redick,
the job down?
The guy at UConn?
It's not who they turn. It's not. Nobody ever publicly turns these things down. It's you got to look at who they end up with. It's not who ultimately says. Nobody holds a press conference to say, "Hey guys, I officially reject the Laker job."
Aaron Glenn did not interview with the Patriots.
I get it, but what I'm saying is, it's much more who do you get than who is going out of their way to say no.
You call me when you find the next coach in both leagues that turns down an interview with the Lakers and the Cowboys.
Let's see who they get.
No, just
see who
call
they
me
get.
when somebody says I'm not going to interview with the
That
Lakers.
almost never happens
because it's a coveted job.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Job. Nobody turns down jobs.
Aaron Glenn just
often.
did.
That's
I'm not interviewing
really
there.
unusual.
And a lot of people do. I'm not interviewing with you. I'm not going there.
Dan Hurley turned down the Lakers job to stay at UConn.
He did turn down the job.
Yes.
He did turn down the job. You're right. But that's okay. Good point.
Factor Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. DeMarco, let's talk about our pal Joseph S. Normand. You had a little
I'm going to
accident.
need him now that Emily just
ago.
crashed my whole argument. But go ahead.
Yeah, call him if Emily turns you inside out or if you get hurt. And it doesn't just have to be an accident. If you get hurt, he told us the story about the pallets falling on people at a retailer. All sorts of different ways that people can end up getting injured. This is why you want to give Joseph S. Normand a call.
I don't know if I'm more paranoid because of Joe or I'm just more careful or I just have more confidence what to do in case something happens. Mm-hmm. He's like having a smoke alarm in your house. It's just one of those guys that if something happens, I can call him. He can tell me exactly what I need to do and what my options are. This is a perfect person to have in situations for if you have an accident.
He's not going to let somebody take advantage of you, namely the insurance company. The insurance company is about the insurance company, and Joseph S. Normand, he's about you. If you get hurt in an accident, call Joe, 213-747-2000.
213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Make sure to tell them Travis and DeMarco sent ya.
Indeed.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
You know that old saying, you can have it fast or you can have it good? When it comes to hiring, ZipRecruiter has put that saying to bed. Because with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast and you get the best person for your job. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. Call 800-885-3663. That's 800-885-3663. 800-885-3663.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
There is National Rubber Ducky Day. I was never, my mom never bought us
ducky,
the little rubber duckies. But did you guys, when you were little?
So much fun.
Did you guys
rubber ducky,
bake with
I'm
a rubber ducky?
fond of you.
I didn't know we were going to get a full serenade.
Me neither, but I love it.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, guys. Hi.
Aloha.
Annyeong. Hello. Howdy.
Buenos dias.
I was all over the place.
And
there.
wait, you didn't blow up my argument. I was right.
What?
Hurley turned down the job. He did not turn down the interview.
I don't think Ben Johnson's going to turn on the interview. I think
That's
he's
what I
doing a
said.
job.
Split that. You can
No,
cut
I
that
said
hair any skinnier,
you show
my
me a
friend.
person that turns down an interview with the job.
Stop.
That's what I
I don't
said.
think Ben
Just
Johnson's
take
gonna
the L
turn
and
down the
move
That's
interview
not what I
with the
said.
Cowboys.
Shut up,
Take
boy.
the L,
Just take
fool.
the L
Take
and
the
move
L,
on.
fool.
Anyway, go ahead.
Right.
You sit here and scream into a microphone.
Joseph S. Normand, come save me.
We're wrong about stuff all the time. So
I hit the record button, too.
Stop
right?
it.
we were talking about Aikman last segment, and what's funny is last night, as the game was getting increasingly out of hand, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were just, sharing their feelings about what's going on in the game, and it's just great to hear them with their expertise. So this is Buck and Aikman near the end of the game. I would say I think there's maybe 6 minutes left in the entire game, and so this is Buck and Aikman.
Vikings, I assume, are aware they're down 18 points.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking the same thing.
I mean, they're running the ball. They're slow to the line. The Rams, by the way, are going to challenge the spot on that run by Akers. With under 6.5 to go, and the ball's sitting right now at the Vikings 30.
Well, by them taking their time, they gave Sean McVay a chance to decide whether or not he wanted to challenge it.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is just a taste of what Aikman and Joe were doing throughout the night. So Aikman has the best sass in the play-by-play game. Travis, Dr. Cap.
In fact, and it's not even close.
The best sass?
Sass.
Oh.
S-A-S-S.
Okay.
Sass. Yeah.
Now you're the one.
No, I said sass, but go ahead.
Sass.
Yeah.
Like sassy, right? He's very sassy.
He's spicy.
Should I say best shade?
He is by far the best at it because he could be very critical without it seeming gratuitous. I think that's a great example of it. I thought he was really good on Sam Darnold last night, pointing out all the times that Darnold had more than ample time to find either a receiver or get rid of the ball.
Like when it was his fault.
Yeah, he's not afraid to say that's a bad play by that guy. Very few analysts are willing to do that right now, and he and Buck have been doing it together a long time. They feed off each other. I think I know I'm in the minority of people that love Joe Buck, but I love Buck, and I think Aikman's the best.
I don't know why he calls Aikman 8, and I love it. Yeah, 8. What's up, 8? I love that. The only thing I would have to say that's a knock on the both of them, especially Aikman, and I love Aikman. He went to college with my brother, so I don't hate Troy Aikman. I love talking ball with him. But he always refers everything to the offense. Did he say anything positive about the Rams' defense?
Yes.
Did he?
Yes.
The reason maybe that Sam Darnold looked the way he did, maybe is because he was getting his ass kicked.
He was, but he was also getting his ass kicked in seconds 6, 7, and 8, holding onto the ball.
And with good coverage behind.
Yeah.
I just make sure it's fair.
But that's not uncommon. Like, I'll be honest. When I watch a baseball game, I watch it from the perspective of the pitcher.
Fair.
You know, and I'm sure when you watch a football game, you're watching it from the perspective of the defensive lineman. I'm trying to watch both sides.
Joe Theismann used to drive me nuts. Every offensive gain was always the offense that did it. It was never a defensive mistake. That used to drive me crazy. So as long as Aikman was fair, not just picking on Sam Darnold, and he gave the defense credit for knocking this guy off kilter.
It was both.
Okay, fair enough.
Jorge?
No, I think the best one is JB Long. I mean, I listen to that guy every Rams game.
See? Jorge wants a hat.
Keep up the good work, dog.
Jorge wants a hat. That's how you get a hat.
He wears a 7 5/8.
There you go.
JB does have some good stats. All right, so I got an email from my friend. She's turning 30. A bunch of my friends are turning 30 soon. And, it's an invite to her birthday. But instead of a birthday, just regular party, it's going to be, she's going to go to Hawaii, and if her
destination birthday?
Exactly. So if you guys want to come and join us,
Never heard
you
of
have the option to come and join us in Hawaii and do whatever. So if it's the idea, it's a good friend, a close friend, you have the opportunity, you would go on a destination birthday for a friend.
Fact. Where are we going? It depends on where we're. Am I paying or is he paying?
You're paying. My friend is not paying.
Okay, depends on where we're going.
Hawaii.
I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, we're planning this in enough time where we can...
it's not this Friday. It's in November.
Fact, absolutely. Yes, that sounds fun. I wish I had thought of that. Yes.
It's a fact with a giant caveat. It's a fact for about 6 or 7 people. Beyond that, it's have a nice time. I'll catch you when you get back. We'll go grab a beer. Yeah. There is a group, my core group of friends that maybe it's a little more than 6 or 7, maybe it's 8 or 10, but it's not everybody. It's not anybody that invites me. I'm showing up. But if the right person said, hey, listen, man, it's 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th birthday, whatever, we want to go to Hawaii, to Pebble Beach, to Vegas.
We're flying to Cozumel.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm in. I'll go.
With another one of my friends, not this one, it's kind of, she doesn't live here, so it's like kind of every year we always hang out around my birthday because my birthday is in the summer and it's just an easier way to get out of town. So that kind of goes with that. So Jorge, what do you think about this?
I was going to say Cap, but because we've gotten invited to weddings and stuff and we just decided not to do that because I think wedding is more... It's a bigger event than just a birthday.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, we usually say no, but for a birthday party, sign
just
me
go,
up.
show up, shorts and T-shirt. Let's go.
I remember a friend of ours said, hey, I'm thinking about throwing it in PV. My initial thought was like, what, Palos Verdes?
Palos Verdes, you had a Puerto Vallarta?
I mean, mine too is
Puerto Vallarta's PV?
Sure.
I guess it can be.
Yeah.
I've never heard that referred to as PV.
Look for LZ the next time you're down there. That's his spot.
Absolutely.
All right, so I was just scrolling through my Twitter timeline yesterday, and I saw that they're opening up a new Wegmans in this one area. Do you guys know what Wegmans is?
I do not.
So Wegmans is a high-end, not high-end, I guess, but it's just like a very beloved grocery store.
Like Gelson's?
but like way bigger. It's like the
Wegmans.
mixture between Costco and Gelson's. Like Gelson's quality, but with like the space.
Where's
and
the nearest
amount.
Wegmans?
Well, this is where I'm going to get to. So Wegmans are almost exclusively on the East Coast.
Oh.
So it's like Pennsylvania, New York, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. But I was just thinking,
into this already.
what?
I'm into this already.
Yeah, my when I was home in
Love these.
Fredericksburg, I went to the Wegmans the first time in like years, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm at home. So my statement is, you like a high-end grocery store, like a grocery store that's massive, good quality ingredients, lovely, can spend all your time there, can get anything there. You like that.
You don't
Jorge
even have to
Federico.
answer.
Absolutely.
You already did.
We also need a
Look at
Wegmans
you.
in California, by the way.
Well, we have our own version of it, the Gonzalez Mercado.
Yeah.
It is,
Costa Mesa.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
bro, that place. No
Except for
once you
Wegmans
go.
super white people food.
Dude, look, we make some good stuff.
Hey, I'm not.
Wait, which one has the super white people food?
No,
Wegmans.
Wegmans. Oh,
Yeah,
not
Northgate
yours.
is- it's a
okay.
Mexican market.
that doesn't
Wegmans is
sound-
out
okay.
of Rochester, New York, is where it started. So let's just say that's how
okay.
white
Pretty
it gets.
white.
But fact,
But-
I like the Mercado. So
I think the OC would love a Wegmans.
Really?
Travis Fettercap.
I feel like I'm wasting time even answering this question. Of course, it's fact for me. Susan and I regularly go on date night at Gelson's in Dana Point, where my man Renee is behind the bar. My man Yoshi is making the sushi. It is true. I went in there on Wednesday. Okay, Susan and I, well, actually, it was me and Kelly. I took my daughter because Susan was with her mom. And Kelly and I go in there, and there's a bartender I had never seen before. And I walk in, and he goes, "You weren't on the air today." I'm like, "Whoa!" and he goes, and he's the one of the managers at the Irvine Gelson's. What up? I believe his name was Walter, and
Hello,
Walter and I had
Walter.
a nice conversation, and it was great. And so I love high-end grocery stores. Love them.
Consider Gelson's, but twice as big with
Great.
more space.
Bring them here today.
All right, DeMarco?
Ask me the question again. I lost the plot.
You love a high-end grocery store. You love to have a very nice grocery store with lots of options.
Well, I have to say fact. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't love it as much as you, but yeah,
You
why
don't
would I
hang out
hate
in
that?
one?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Why would I not like that? Of course, fact, yes.
They've got good wine. It's good pricing. By the way,
Listen to your voice right now.
January can't end fast enough.
January?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's dry January in my world, and I hate every single second of it.
It's dry January?
It is. I had a very wet December.
Wet December, dry January.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a thing for everybody?
It is for me.
Okay.
A lot of people do it.
Yeah,
Sometimes like,
It was the wettest. Look, remember last year when we got all that rain? It's like,
Yeah.
that's the wettest December in record in Los Angeles since
Yeah.
19. It was the wettest December in Travis's liver in quite some time. So we're hitting the reset
I
button.
heard that.
Yeah. That's it, Em?
That's it.
I
That's
want
Factor
more
Cap.
grocery factor caps.
I am
Fact.
just about to send you guys a video of like a tour of a Wegmans, and I think you guys would like it.
I'm in.
Nice.
There's
Wegmans. Yeah.
Whole
I
Foods.
think I've been to a Gelson's before. There's one on PCH.
Oh yeah,
in
they're
Manhattan Beach.
they're around.
Yeah,
They're around. They're
it's
not hard to
big,
find.
yeah.
and it's
huge in there.
They're nice.
Look at you.
They're nice. Factor Cap is brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but as you know with Joe, family always comes first. Call 213-747-2000. That, of course, the law office of Joseph S. Normand, giving his team a call if you are injured. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. Lakers had a rough night last night, and you know what? I'm giving them a little grace on that one. I'll explain. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Something amazing is happening in networking. Organizations are scaling with less stress. That's because CDW is designing and implementing intelligent HPE Aruba networking solutions that simplify and secure operations. With automation at the center of your data center, growing pains can be a thing of the past. HPE Aruba Networking and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Aruba.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I like this. This is a little vibey.
Yeah, it's Gelson's music.
Gelson's chill music.
By the way, they got two TVs. One to my right, so if Susan sits on my right, I can kind of look at the TV. There's another one on the left, so if she sits on my left, I can kind of, you got to have them both ways.
And you can keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
And
cool.
I'm not giving away any state secrets here. My man Renee.
Yeah.
It's got a heavy hand.
Does he really?
Oh,
Good for
yeah.
you. Good for Renee.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in, it's not a football card like a Topps card. It's one of the bigger cards that they give the players to sign autographs.
Oh, okay.
It's black and white. It's me running right through Troy Aikman.
Oh.
I want to bring that in here. I got a bunch of them. I'm going to go dig them out of my little archives. I'm going to tape it right here.
What did you do with all the stuff that, like, your football cards of DeMarc? Do you get them? Like when Topps or whoever comes through and makes them, do they send you
stuff? They send you stuff, and then they send it out to whoever sells those things. So I have every card of me that was ever made.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a copy.
Are they displayed, or are they in a box somewhere?
Some are, some aren't. It's like just an archive box. You want cards of me?
Yes.
Some of the poses I don't like. Some of them catch me on an exhale, and it makes me mad. Right. Yeah, they catch me on an exhale, and I got a Labanza. Come on.
That is my favorite expression. Don't catch me on an exhale.
Thank you. Right. From the side shot, so you get the whole butt, and now I got a gut, too. I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing? Just tell me. I'll suck it in.
And I want you to write some crappy message on it to me. That's I can put it in my
I'll sign it right over my butt and stomach so you can't see it. Yes.
They caught me on an exhale.
Right there.
DeMarco
yes.
Farr.
Oh, my God.
The Spurs caught the Lakers on an exhale in the fourth quarter.
What the heck happened?
They got smoked.
Are you serious? The Spurs aren't great.
They're 500. They're exactly 500 with their win last night. Look, the Lakers scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. They had a terrible fourth quarter. It was tied going into the fourth quarter. The Lakers ended up losing, I think, by 24. LeBron took the same amount of shots as Max Christie. That's not good.
Wait, does that mean LeBron didn't shoot enough or Max is shooting too much?
Both.
Okay.
I think they both either took 11 or 13. I read it this morning. But LeBron should probably shoot more than 11 or 13 times, and Max Christie probably shouldn't shoot 11 or 13 times. So I think both of those things. AD had a good night, but I'll this is one I'm willing to just go. Yeah, okay, don't worry about it. It's not a good win. It's not a good loss. There are no, but this was everything that's happened this week, and this is why I think what the Rams did in Arizona yesterday was so extraordinary, that they were able to deal with everything that's been going on, people being displaced. JJ Redick's house is gone, burned to the ground. All of his and his family's stuff is gone, lost in the fires.
Okay.
To have a bad night like that it's one of the rare occasions you go, dude, I get it. Don't sweat it. On to the next one.
See, I have to be reminded of that. I forgot about that. JJ lost everything. Right, and you have to coach your way through that. It's going to be tough. That's so unfortunate. But you would think against the wounded fawns of the NBA, those are the teams you need to gobble up and gain victories and get victories from.
Yeah.
When you face good teams, you're going to have issues because you're not a great basketball team. I thought this is one you should get. I thought the one versus the Mavericks, especially when Luka and Kyrie are out, is one that you must get, and you drop that one. So I don't know what to make of this current squad here.
You do. Yeah, you do.
I don't. What this entire era, I don't know what to make.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm about ready to tune out.
No. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Do the Lakers stink?
No.
I agree. Are the Lakers really good?
No.
I agree. Are the Lakers? They're okay.
They're fair to middling.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah.
And you can have a good night.
But you're not supposed to be that with LeBron and with AD. You're not supposed to be fair to middling.
No, stop. Again, you're doing that thing. They have given you 5 years of evidence. It's exactly what they are. They had a great 2020 where they won the whole thing and everything broke exactly the way that it's supposed to. But since then, they've been fair to middling. Never bad, but never particularly good. Some moments that are really good, but this isn't hey, what the heck's going on here? This is what it's been for a while.
From my history of watching the NBA, fair to middling teams have a bunch of players I can't name.
Yeah, I get that, but
not guys going to the Hall of Fame, and not one that's considered the best of all time.
But this is a 40-year-old guy who is still very good, but he's not prime LeBron. That guy's in the rearview mirror. AD is still a terrific player, but the roster is so top heavy that those guys are extraordinary. And even LeBron at 40 is an extraordinary player, even if he isn't what he used to be. But the graph on, you've got an A+ in LeBron James, or a solid A, another A or close to an A+ in Anthony Davis.
Then a bunch of C's.
And then you got a bunch of other things that are just not
B's and
great.
C's.
It's going to drag the GPA of the team down.
And a couple F's. Okay, so here's the other side that makes me frustrated as a Laker fan. There's no way out of this. There's no way off the treadmill. There's no big trade coming. You don't have enough. That's what I'm saying. So you're stuck in this hamster wheel of a season, of an era.
Unless you just hit the detonator across the board, right? And they don't want to do that. And we could argue whether they should or they shouldn't, but that's almost irrelevant. They don't want to do that. The Lakers and Jeannie Buss and the owners, they do not want to hit the detonator, get rid of LeBron, get rid of AD, collect picks or whatever, however you want us to hit the hard reset and take the time to create space, create draft picks, start to build this thing from the ground up. They don't want to do that, so they're not going to do that.
Okay, when fans get frustrated, especially with the football team, the Rams, and they say, I will stop watching. Or I've heard people from St. Louis, because the team moved here and left St. Louis, I will never watch the NFL again. I thought that was a bit strong. And I thought that's false. There's no way you're not watching the NFL. Right. But I'm starting to understand their point. This is really getting frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting frustrating, and I cannot believe that I could start to think about planning my sports year and not caring about the Lakers.
That's
impossible.
Our relationships to these teams are illogical to begin with.
Yeah.
We care about them because we decided we're going to care about them. And you can't just kind of
We got
turn
memories
it off.
tied up.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you could say this Laker team's boring. This Laker team isn't as good as they should be. I'm going to check it. You really can't. Here's the thing.
I can with this team. I can with this team. Even when they win, I'm like,
Okay, is there a Rams team? Let's say this team went, 3-14 for a couple of seasons in a row. You're still going to watch them. You're a Ram. They're a part of you. They're a part. The Dodgers could go, and this thankfully won't happen for quite some time. They could have a couple of seasons where they lose 90 games in a row. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, you'll be back. You may be frustrated.
I'll be angry. I'll be frustrated. It'll be a bummer, but I'm not going anywhere.
Even when the teams are bad, when the Rams were bad, and we went through this with Spags and Fish, and when the Dodgers were having a downturn, you would think there's hope on the horizon at some point. Make a trade.
There's always hope.
Draft. Something.
Yeah.
What can save you from the Lakers right now?
Time.
Okay.
And that's the worst answer there is.
Yes.
I don't know, savior's the wrong word. The next chapter of the Laker book will not start to be written until LeBron James is gone.
Like what's coming down the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get it. Finish this chapter for better or for worse. You're like we said, they don't stink. They're not a bad basketball team, but they're not a threat to win a title. I don't think that they're a threat to make a deep run.
But I will say this: if they get into the playoffs, out of the play-in, what are they sitting right now? You don't see they're sitting in.
They're I think they're fifth at the moment
seed right now.
But they're 2 games out of the 4 and 2 games out of the 13. Everybody's bunched together.
Right in there.
Yeah.
Okay, if they get a decent seed, 5 or above, wouldn't you call that a decent seed?
Yeah.
4 and above?
They haven't been out of the play-in since the play-in has existed, so it would be a win if they got out of that.
What do you call a decent playoff
They're
seeding?
currently 7th, DeMarco.
7th seed?
But they're also, only a game out of the 5, and they're only a game and a half out of the 11.
Okay, so out of respect to LeBron and AD, in the right scenario versus anybody, they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, probably.
But you got to get there. That's the problem.
They'll get there, but a tough
they
out,
may be in the play-in.
A tough out and a chance to win are different. The easy to beat is not the same thing as they might beat you.
Even the Nuggets have to give them respect. I know the Nuggets have, I don't want to say own them.
They lost to them once in the playoffs in the last 2 years.
Those losses have been competitive. And the Lakers had a shot to beat them.
8-1,
even when they're outgunned,
is not competitive. The games themselves,
the games are competitive.
But 8-1
the record says
is
no.
telling you.
But if you watch, those games were competitive. That's what I'm saying. So versus anybody, LeBron and AD in the postseason, I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion. They just lose.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Nuggets.
I think it is a foregone conclusion that they lose, but I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that they get smashed. I think they're in it because those guys are those guys. But this is the thing. It's just again and again. And again. And it's going to be the same way again at the end of this. You could fast forward to the second weekend in April when the regular season ends. The Lakers are going to be kind of right where they are right now. And they're going to be like 7-8. Hey, they won. They're in. Okay, now you got to go play one of these teams near the top, which as it sits now.
I just hate this Groundhog Day era. It's the same thing over and over. And I never, ever wanted to be that fan.
I know.
But I'm becoming that fan. This is crazy. And would you guys be, Emily, would you have been shocked had the Lakers beat the Nuggets?
Yes.
I wouldn't have been. With those two guys? No way. Okay, so AD and LeBron, they couldn't stop them. They beat them. I would not be shocked.
I would.
If they beat the best team in the NBA.
LeBron's not 30 years old anymore. He's in his, and when they started playing the Nuggets, in his late 30s. Now we're in his 40s. His resume does not come into that game. The reality of a 40-year-old man.
But if he has a series where he drops 50 in 4 straight games and beats the Nuggets, I would not be surprised.
I don't think he can do that anymore. He can have a night, but to have 4 of them in relatively short succession.
But I would not be shocked. Yes.
Yeah.
But it won't happen.
Prepare to be disappointed, my friend.
You are a factory of sadness.
I'll tell you something that did shock me last night in Arizona. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. You've got $15 in your wallet, right? $15 a month for peace of mind. Of course you do. That's why you're going to want to pick up the phone and call NextGen, 833-3NEXTGen. For just $14.99 a month, you're going to have peace of mind. No unexpected issues, just total home comfort. We're talking comprehensive plumbing, heating, and AC solutions. So all that stuff that when it pops up can be a huge pain in the you-know-what. With NextGen, you've got it covered. 833-3NEXGEN. We're talking complimentary point, multi-point heating and cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointments, which you cannot put a price on. That's amazing. 2 hours, they're going to come out and hook you up. And, of course, member-exclusive savings. So become a NextGen VIP. 833-3NEXTGen for all of your heating, plumbing, and AC needs. That's NextGen, AaronPlumbing.com, online, 833-3NEXGEN.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
Driving my Lexus NX 250 feels like I've got a license to thrill and a permit for awesome. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Lexus NX 250. Be here on the 31st at 10 p.m. for your chance to win a Lexus.
Number 2.
Get a rice cooker when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 21st.
And the number 1 reason.
Earthquake. Live January 25th. Get tickets now.
Morongo. Good times.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
I just talked to O'Shea Jackson Jr. We were talking about baby faces and heels.
Yeah.
And we decided that I am the baby face and Ireland is the heel. What do you think?
100%.
Yeah,
Ireland's
does that pretty much line up?
Ireland is a heel for sure.
And we do have kayfabe around the station. Do we not?
Do we? Who?
Kayfabe. Kayfabe is the stories around, like we've got stories, narratives like they have in professional wrestling. They call that the kayfabe.
Oh, I've never heard that saying before.
See,
I don't know wrestling.
Shay and I are wrestling.
You're in sync.
Steve
You're like
Mason,
this.
big wrestling guy.
He's teaching me wrestling one podcast at a time.
Are you actually listening to his podcast?
No, he's coming on mine.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Now listen to this. We've got this horse named Raging Torrent.
The horse?
The horse, he's in a race on opening day at Santa Anita called the Malibu Stakes. And in the race, George, is the Kentucky Derby winner, Mystic Dan. So here we are, we're this little operation, and we've got a horse in against the Kentucky Derby winner.
Right.
Kentucky Derby winner's going to kill us, right?
Right.
George, that race was a $300,000 grade one race.
Crazy.
And by winning that race, let me tell you what happened.
You know how I found out you won that race?
How's that?
Crypto Ray.
No way. Let me tell you what happens to this horse next. The horse is expected to go to Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
For a $1 million race.
Wow. How much do you get of that if they win?
How do you get a horse to Dubai?
You fly him.
Well, I asked the same question at lunch. I asked the exact same question.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Terceira descida na linha de 39, daí não dá para chutar field goal. Ih, tem falta? Não tem não, tem a pressão para cima do Sunderland, isso é fumble, isso sim é um fumble, vamos ver até onde vai aqui o Jared Verse, ele vai até o fim,
Wait, why didn't you finish? Let him finish.
That's how it ends. That's all
That's
the
it.
cut was.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That is the Jared Verse scoop and score in Portuguese.
In Portuguese?
Yes.
Oh, okay. When he said Jared Verse, he's talking about the play.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of Portuguese.
Yeah.
I know it's close to Italian, a
Is
little
it close to
Spanish.
Italian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Brazilians speak Portuguese, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
As do Portuguese.
Brazilians.
Yeah.
The two people that speak is Portugal and Brazil.
Portuguese. Okay. Yes. Wow.
Fala português.
Portuguese? Portuguese.
Heel?
Heel. How do you say heel in Portuguese?
Heel.
Jared Verse. Say Jared Verse.
Heel?
That can be a terrifying language.
19.88 miles per hour last night. Next gen stats. That would be the top speed of any player that carried the ball last night in that entire game. The edge guy for the Rams.
I'd be embarrassed if I was Kyron Williams.
Sure, but Justin Jefferson had the ball in his hands.
Oh my! But
Yeah,
a running
Aaron
back
Jones.
usually is the guys that pick up top speed.
Holy smoke!
Oh my God, that's crazy. What have I said to you guys about Jared Verse since the time we saw him in training camp?
They're going to have to pay him.
I said enjoy him while you can, because when you won't be able to afford him.
But you've always said you
Yeah.
did say that. But what you've also said too is you will pay special.
Yes.
I saw special running down the sidelines last night. I don't know about you.
A long conversation with the Minnesota counterpart about both teams, and we were talking about Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel, he described as, have you ever seen the movies Jay and Silent Bob?
Yeah.
He would be more like Silent Bob, but he looks like Jay.
Okay.
Like, he never says a word. I'm like, that kid never says a word, but he's always around the football. He is a football savant. So we were talking about him, and then we were talking about Jared Verse. Jared Verse is special. His bull rush, his power is otherworldly, what he can do, and his intensity is off the charts. He is already a team leader. Amazing. So imagine what he's going to be next year. Most rookies make their biggest jump from year 1 to year 2. He's already in the Pro Bowl. So imagine what he's going to be in year 2.
He could be an all-pro next year.
He's going to be.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, gets better, works on his technique. I said the biggest comp for him would be Myles Garrett.
Yikes.
To where you're big, long, powerful, you can go through guys and around them, and you also have a high football IQ.
Look, I don't want to dork out about this too much, but I'm going to dork out about this. Emily heard me say this 100 times last night. Jorge heard me say this 100 times last night during the Rams postgame show. I couldn't believe what I was seeing when he picked up that ball and ran with it. Because usually when a guy that plays that position picks it up, sometimes you see guys that are athletic and that can move, but usually big men touchdowns are kind of funny, lumbering down. DeMarco, he was running like Derrick Henry. And I started thinking about it. He's kind of the size of Derrick Henry, about 6 foot 4.
You weren't thinking about giving him a goal line attempt, were you?
I'm not. But what I'm saying was it just looked normal. It didn't look like, hey, there's a big guy running with a football. That just looked like DK Metcalf. Does it big, strong, powerful.
Who scooped and scored on the fumble that wasn't for Matthew Stafford?
I'd have to go back.
Was that Grenard?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
maybe.
Another guy on the. I mean, look, they're big. They play edge. They're defensive ends, whatever. But these are just big athletes. He's a big athlete. If he was a basketball player, he'd be a small forward. If he was taller, he'd be a power forward. He's an athletic guy. He just happens to play a very violent position. So his demeanor and the way they're playing, and this whole group, led by Jared Verse and Michael Hoyt, they're playing on a different level than Mike Hoyt is the emotional leader of this entire football team.
Really?
Oh my God, yes. What he does inside the room, the way he calls Chris Shula at 3 a.m. saying, "I have an idea," and they actually listen to him, and it turns out to be right. Some of those stunts and blitzes that you see, he's drawn up for them. I think this will work. I like this. Let's do that.
Sounds like a coach.
Sounds like it. I mean, he's very dialed in, and he's really – I said the best thing that happened to Jared Verse is having Michael Hoyt be the starter because he's not going to give it up. You're going to have to take it from him, which makes Verse better. And he's right on his heels. Anytime you take a break, kid, anytime you pull yourself out of the game, I'm going in to make plays.
What did you think when Jared Verse was in coverage against Justin Jefferson?
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Well, maybe with his top speed, maybe that makes more sense.
No. Let's not do that.
I saw that and everything on TV. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Luckily, didn't get to home.
That's a blitz that didn't get home. That's not what you want.
I got some updates on Tyler Higbee. He had to leave the game yesterday because of a chest contusion. So this is from Jordan Rodriguez. She says, Tyler Higbee was hospitalized last night because he was, quote, coughing up a little bit of blood, said Sean McVay, but was able to make the trip home. And McVay added he expects him to play Sunday.
Oh, man, I bet they had to drag him off the field. That's not going to stop him. Really, that's not going to stop him.
It should stop him.
No, it's not going to stop him. He's basically Rambo. I bet what happened was
you're both right.
They took him to the hospital so he wouldn't try to come back to the field. And I bet they locked up his helmet. Like, you're not playing. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. He wanted to play.
I'll be honest. It was a little scary kind of watching the game because he was killing him early.
Oh, my God.
He was absolutely killing him. 5 catches, I think 80-some-odd yards, and, opening play of the game. Or not the opening play, but the third play of the game. He's down the field. He makes that diving catch.
What a catch.
Incredible catch.
Super catch.
And you can tell he's a spark to that offense that they've been missing most of the year, that Colby Parkinson really, for whatever reason, just doesn't bring that same spark. And Allen and the others just really don't have that. When all of a sudden you heard, okay, he's questionable to return, and then he was doubtful to return, and then he's been taken to a local hospital with a chest. Because chest, it's one of two things: it's lung or heart. Both are pretty important organs in your body. That was really scary, and you hear the report that Jordan Rodriguez had about him coughing up blood. That is, I get it. You guys are wired different. You're willing to You're willing to do things that normal people aren't. But that really had me concerned that he was in the hospital and with something in his chest, because that's one of two things, both of them bad.
No doubt. I'm going to be selfish. Does that mean he's out against Philadelphia?
Yeah, not according to Sean McVay. He said he wouldn't be surprised if he plays.
I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't have been surprised.
Expects him to play Sunday.
Expects him to play.
When they listed him as doubtful, I kept looking at the tunnel. I'm not going to be surprised when he runs back out. The guy's been through so much, banged up.
Yeah.
That's why I call him Rambo. So, the fact that he had to go up means it was something
DeMarco,
serious.
what is it about him that is different from the other tight ends on their roster?
Okay, you have to give him credit. He's been in this offense his entire career.
Yeah.
So everything he hears is second nature. He knows.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff, you're still trying to figure it out. If you just got here, if you're
even after a full season,
it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and then you have to deal with the guy in front of you. And even veterans blow it. Like, I just missed the call because I got this guy in front of me and I just lost it.
Yeah.
That's why plays go bad. But it's for him, it's second nature. And he can tell you he knows when the ball's coming to him because he feels how Sean McVay calls a game. So he just has that added advantage, and he's got the added attitude. He's more physical than the other two, way more physical.
You mentioned Michael Hoyt a second ago being the emotional leader of the team. Who did he score his touchdown against? Where the total team
when
went?
He came back.
Yeah, was it Seattle?
It was Seattle.
Yeah, so he scores the touchdown.
That was the Jets, I think.
Oh, the Jets.
Whatever it was,
that was the Jets.
Yeah, he scores the touchdown. You could tell the whole team was just ecstatic that he got in there.
Yeah.
He feels like if Hoyt's the emotional leader of the team, then he's the emotional leader of the offense. He might not be the best player, but he certainly seems to be the heartbeat.
He's one of those glue guys, and you saw what he went through. And remember, you forget how he got hurt and who he got hurt against, and how. That was a dirty shot by him.
By a dirty player.
By a dirty player. So to rehab. Back when I was playing, the saddest part of our Super Bowl run was watching Trent Green go through that rehab. It's painful. It sucks. It's lonely. He wants to be out there, and he just can't do it. Same with Tyler Higbee. So they were all wanting him to get back on the field, and then he freaking scores on his first touch, or one of his first touches, from 1,000 yards out. He called it his Space Jam moment.
It was.
I loved it. He's like, the Space Jam.
It was great.
Yeah.
Look, lot went well for the Rams last night. It was a great moment. It was a masterclass in leadership and everything that went on for them to win that game last night. They caught some breaks, which you got to catch some breaks to win some games. I get that. Cooper Kupp was AWOL, absent. One catch and one look.
One catch, played half the game.
What's going on?
Well, obviously he's what do you call that?
Washed?
Not washed. What do they call that when they go away from a guy? When you stop using
marginalized?
the guy. Marginalized, or the word that keeps coming up is devalued, but that's not it. He's being phased out of the offense.
Okay.
That's what it is. So he played half the game, 55%.
Is it just that he's lost that just fraction of an inch or speed or cut or drive? Because he obviously knows you talk about Higbee being on his offense the whole career. Same thing with Cooper Kupp.
Through these peepers, watching him warm up, he looks like the same guy.
Yeah.
When you see him go through his paces in practice and in warm-ups, same guy, same cuts, same everything. He's doing the exact same stuff. It just seems like he's being phased out of the offense.
I got a question for you, and I'll ask you when we come back. It's about Cooper Kupp, and I'm optimistic that we've already seen what he can be, and it can be again. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And let me remind you again that if you are able, and we very much like you to help everybody that you can affected by the wildfires here in 2025, you could donate at redcross.org/ESPN. That's redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover after the devastation here in Los Angeles. More to come on Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
When you decide to bring me some of your football cards, can you throw 2 in there, or however many you're going to bring? Can you double the amount?
I'll bring you a copy of every one.
All right, here.
I think I have 8 or 9 different poses.
G-Fish wants in.
G-Fish?
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just texted me. He goes, if DeMarco's bringing cards, I want some too.
Have I met the fish yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I want to meet
yet.
G-Fish.
We got to figure something out. We didn't do we usually do a college football game at my house on a Saturday afternoon, but we missed it this year. So we got to, what can we do?
I can detail cars outside his house.
Will you stop? Come on.
Don't spill the ceviche in your car this time. I'm not going to let you use my hose.
I want to start an old man's touch tag league, football league.
And have fun.
You're not going to play?
I'll do the play-by-play.
Come on. You can be the quarterback. You be the all-time quarterback. You never have to move. Just stand there and throw it.
I'd do that.
You can even do it with a drink in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Old man league. Yeah.
You know, can I tell you? So at the Rose Bowl.
The bowling.
On New Year's Day.
Yeah.
We were doing, we brought our cornhole boards, right?
Yeah.
You play cornhole?
Oh, man. Pretty good, too.
Me too.
Yeah, let's go.
And my adult sons had their friends there, okay? And they're all having a few beers and having a good time, and they're playing cornhole, and said, just let me know.
Let's go.
Wiped them up.
Did you really?
Just like, anybody else?
Love it.
Anybody else?
Love it.
You want me to go back to cooking you guys lunch? Because I can do that too.
Hey, man, it's a skill, my man.
Their clocks.
Are you good at beer pong?
No.
No?
I can get drunk without a game.
Okay.
I don't need a game. I know how to do that.
Cornhole, you're good, but
cornhole,
not over the top.
Because cornhole, I don't have to stop, right?
Okay,
I'm pretty good at that.
We need to have a drinking game day where we just do all drinking games. See? We're all in. Let's do it.
Look, there are not too many things that I'm an automatic yes on, what you just said. Sure.
Yeah, Flavio coming through.
The Drunk Olympics.
We'll get Flavio in. Yeah.
Who's Flavio?
Taco guy.
Oh, really? Let's do it.
Yeah. But real tacos, not your kind of tacos.
Bro, look, man. Come on.
Oh,
DFAR tacos.
Snap.
What?
I've been meaning to ask you this since the early crosstalk that we do with Sonato and Cap.
What?
You were the vice president of your Dungeons and Dragons club?
Dang it, Cap. Yes.
Look, it's on the pad.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting it.
Keep talking about it. The picture will show up on X.
Dude, what's up?
Bro, it was popular, and I was good. We had fun, yes. What do you mean? D&D was fun.
Athlete, D&D guy. Those.
I was in the 8th grade.
The Venn diagram do not cross very often.
I was in the 8th grade.
Even in the 8th grade.
Yeah. It did not go with me to high school. Okay. It stopped in junior high.
But you were in a club A.
Yes.
And you were how come you weren't the president?
The vice president. And I remember the day I quit. I'll never play this game again.
What is the roles of a vice president of a D&D?
I had to set up the board. I had to make sure all the members showed up on time for the game. And
how many people are in a D&D game?
We had 12 guys.
You all 12 play at the same time?
12 guys.
It's a lot of 12-sided dice.
So we'd play at like lunch, and they gave us our own room, and they let us form a club. So we were like one of the first clubs at our school.
Have you seen Stranger Things?
No, why?
Okay, I was just saying the Stranger Things, like the kids are formed around D&D. And all the like creatures in Stranger Things are based off of D&D characters.
Oh, really?
And it's set in the early 80s, which is our sweet spot.
You probably like it,
love
honestly.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to check this out then.
I tried. I watched the first 2 or 3. It just didn't grab me, so I punted like I typically do.
Okay.
You might like it.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, 5th level paladin. I lost him on Blizzard Pass on one roll.
And that was it.
I flipped the table over. I'm never playing this
See,
game again.
that part about your personality doesn't surprise
Never
me.
again.
That you're a board flipper is not even a little bit
mad.
shocking.
This game is stupid. I quit. Bye.
I would have thought the game was something, I don't know, Connect 4 or Monopoly or something.
It's
but
fun.
D&D, did you have the little mustache?
I'm in the 8th grade.
Yeah, but
I barely had hair under my arms. Come on.
But the D&D prototype, the archetype, I guess, is long, stringy hair and a little mustache.
Okay, that was Robbie.
Look, I knew I didn't know his name,
Robbie.
but I knew. And he might have had those wire rim glasses, and you weren't quite sure what Robbie was up to when he wasn't with you.
That was
My
Seth.
friend's brother is a professional dungeon master or whatever, like the ones that control it and he plans and runs games for people as his job. And makes it, somewhat decent living. It's a lot of people that want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
That was Joe Turner.
Yeah.
He was our dungeon master. Joe Turner was our dungeon
How
master.
many? What is the cabinet of D&D people? How many people do you need to administer a game?
The guy that owns the board, or
vice president, dungeon master, president, guy that owns the board. That's a lot of people.
Well, dungeon master is
I tried once in 4th or 5th grade. I'm like, no, bro.
If you played with us, you'd like it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, DeMarco, but dungeon master is basically like the narrator.
Yes.
He kind of decides what's going to happen.
Narrator.
So you roll. Well, do you have any idea what this is?
She's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all have characters, and you have to roll dice to decide what's going to happen. And the dungeon master plans the game and plans the obstacles, plans what the options of what can happen.
Lost my character on Blizzard Pass because of this guy.
Couple of things.
On one roll.
Couple of things you need to know about me. Just because I don't know anything about it doesn't mean I don't have strong opinions about it.
That is correct.
Fair. Okay.
Yes. You won't judge it.
Or that I won't judge it is another thing. But superseding those rules in the Travis personality, anything that is fantasy oriented, that has dragons or hobbits or things like that, out.
Let me challenge.
Times a billion.
We grew up in the same era. Did you play the vibrating football?
The ones that you plug in and all the pieces go.
Yes,
yes, I did do that.
Okay, that's fantasy. That's not football.
No, that's football.
That's chaos.
That's football. You put the little paper football under the guy's arms, and all the pieces go.
That's fantasy. Same thing.
And every play, you set all your guys up. I'm going to put the wide receiver here. I'm going to put the tight end to the right. And then you turn it on, and all the pieces just vibrate to the middle of the board.
Right.
What a crappy game that was.
That's fantasy. Same thing. So
you know
you'd
what
like
was better?
What?
The little Mattel one with the red blinking dots.
I had one. See?
Did you get the second one, the green? The white one was fun, where you'd only run.
Right.
And then you got the green one where you could
flip
pass.
the guy. Right. And the kicker.
If that thing showed up in my house today, I'd play for 3 hours and I wouldn't go outside.
I go through every antique store looking for those.
That was so much fun.
Big time. If I can find one now and a foosball
D&D
table,
to some
I'm in.
people.
Who?
Yeah, but my stuff is cool.
Right, of course.
Like baseball cards. I mean,
cool.
I like cool stuff like baseball cards.
Totally.
Exactly.
And golfing.
Golf and baseball cards. I'm really awesome. Okay, here's my hope.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's an unreasonable hope. We were talking about Cooper Kupp a second ago.
Yeah.
Really hasn't been a huge part of what they're doing this year. He's had some
Especially
moments.
as of late.
Last night,
I never thought I'd see
caught
that.
one pass and really didn't even get looked at beyond that. He had one target, one catch.
Yeah.
It's a nice play. Made a nice catch on a little bit of an underthrown ball.
He's playing his butt off.
Yeah.
He's blocking his butt off. He's doing his job. He's just not being targeted.
This is not an effort thing. I'm not questioning his effort or his want or his care or his prep. None of that.
Yeah.
All of that. And in fact, it's because of all of those things that he's checking all those boxes that this is my hope for him and for the Rams. Walker Buehler. A regular season that is, quite frankly, uninspiring and below their standard, below what you've come to expect. Cooper Kupp is a Triple Crown winner. Cooper Kupp is a Super Bowl MVP.
He's
Cooper
the guy.
Kupp was the guy.
Yes. Caught the winning touchdown here in Los Angeles.
Yep,
Yes.
all of that. And he's had a tough year. And he's had a couple of tough years in a row. That doesn't mean he can't show up on any given night when the stakes are at their absolute highest and absolutely dominate. Because we saw Buehler do it against San Diego. We saw him do it in Yankee Stadium to win the World Series. Can he have a Walker Buehler moment?
I do. But here's the question, right? It's, I keep wanting to say it, blank cutting time.
Yeah.
You know what I want to say.
I do.
In a football game.
Onions.
Onion cutting time in a football game. Good one. Third and whatever, and you need this either to salt away the game or to stay in it to kick a field goal and win it. You've got one play. Who you dialing it up for? Puka or Cooper?
Who am I dialing it up for?
No matter how the game has gone
Honestly,
to that point,
I think I'm going to
you
Puka.
got one play, one pass to make a play.
I think I'm going to Puka at this point.
That's where you are. And
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean. He's being phased out. It's not like he can't get open or he's not that guy.
Yeah.
I think it's Puka's time
What are
now.
defenses doing to him? Like you watch the film all the time,
Yeah.
and you'll show me some things that like, hey, this is why this is happening. Are they taking something away from him that Puka's able to take advantage of, or is it just they're just not looking at him?
No, he's running routes. I mean, look, Sean McVay is a master of getting guys easy looks and getting guys open. Little screens, quick passes, the stuff you see with Puka Nacua. That's the stuff Cooper used to run when you were the primary. That's the play we're running to get you open. That's the stuff they used to do with Cooper Kupp. They're just now doing it with Puka Nacua.
When you said screen passes, Sean McVay's good at getting guys open looks and good looks and easy looks. Aikman had a moment last night in the game where Sam Darnold threw a bad ball on a screen pass where the back was wide open and
behind him a few times.
This is why I like Troy Aikman as much as they did, because he didn't do it to be gratuitous. He did it to kind of demonstrate the point. He said, even the easy ones are hard tonight. That he's having one of those nights where even the really easy ones are hard.
That's true.
And that was, I just thought that was a great explanation of that's how bad of a night Sam Darnold's having, that even the one that's just kind of a gimme for an NFL player, he couldn't even find that one.
Yeah, he helped out a lot yesterday. He did with some of those errant passes.
How many millions of dollars did he cost himself over the last 2 games?
Either way, he's still going to gain a ton.
He's going to get paid.
He's only making, he's making $10 million this year.
Yeah.
He's going to get a significant raise.
Will he be a starter on a team next year?
Absolutely.
I think so too.
Absolutely. 14 wins, man, in
Raiders,
the postseason.
Saints, Steelers, Titans. There are places that could use him.
Yes, and there's going to be more that open up as we move forward and teams change and coaches get hired. There's going to be more spots that open up.
And there are guys that may not be back. There are guys that could retire. There are guys that could say, maybe go to a different spot.
Yeah, I have a thought. McCarthy is free and available. Oh, you want me to hold it?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Hold
See,
that thought.
I got you.
You did. That's a you teased without teasing. That's how good DeMarco is at this. That's next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Speaking of being good at something, that's Rotolo Chevrolet. What they're good at is hooking you up with that Chevy Silverado that you've always wanted. Dealer of the year, 13 years in a row. And they're going to have the truck that you're looking for. They're going to have the car that you're going to look for, the price, the customer service. You've heard me talk about this for years now. I love the folks at Rotolo Chevrolet. I want to tell you a little bit about the people that are out there. You see Mike Capozio on the commercials. He's having a great time, and it's his mission to make sure that you get what you want at the price you want and you feel great about it. And everyone on his team at Rotolo Chevrolet, to Eddie, to Armando Rojo, who plays in our softball games and hits bombs, to Frank in finance, to all the guys that I've met out there, they're all on the same page. Mike's son, is a part of the dealership. It's this incredible environment where they're going to make sure you get exactly what you want. And they're just on it day after day, week after week, month after month, to the tune of 13 years in a row that they've won Dealer of the Year. So if you've been thinking about that new Chevy car or truck, get on out to Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210, Sierra Avenue exit. Can't miss it. Cannot miss it. It's right there. You'll drive right to it. And if Fontana's a little bit out of your backyard, why not go online? RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. Go see what all the fun's about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
What event can we have at my house other than the drinking Olympics that you want to put together?
Say again? What? When are we going to have a party at your house?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
I like the
Madness
center
watch party.
A what?
March Madness watch party.
Nah, I'm not a college basketball person. That doesn't move.
But that's a good,
Super Bowl,
Travis,
but I'm
that's
sure
it's
you
a
don't
great
want
time for a
that.
party. It's March Madness.
You're Mexican. Cut us out any time. Travis, you don't need an excuse, bro.
That's also true.
Come on, man.
Draft party?
Draft is.
When does Mexico play next?
Probably
it's an El Tri game. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, now we're on it. Would you guys come if I had a Masters thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I want to be like raucous. You can't be raucous at the Masters, can you?
No, probably not.
Gotta be like this.
We'll serve pimento cheese sandwiches and.
Okay. Yeah. Something we can be loud.
March Madness isn't a bad deal. The Saturday doubleheader game. I know that might not work.
Definitely.
Okay.
Or we can just do what we always do. We just show up at your house and ambush you and just walk in. Yeah.
Only Jorge knows where it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little confused still. There's two different areas.
We like to change the bushes so no one could get back if we want somebody to come back.
If the hose is on the other side.
Exactly. Oh, I got a letter from the association the other day.
Well, yeah.
So we
the HOA?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So apparently you can keep a 50 by 50 foot steel container in the front of your house for 2 years and no one cares. But if there's a dent in your garage door, so during the pandemic, my youngest son Michael was still playing baseball, but you couldn't have practices and all that stuff. So he set up a tee and a net in the garage. Okay. So he put the first time he did it, he got it a little wrong. He put the net a little too close to the garage door.
Ba-bing!
So the first time he hit the ball, the net smashed in, and it didn't quite punch a hole through the garage, but it pushed the inside of the garage out a little bit. And there's a circular, looks like a wart.
You got a bubble.
Yeah, bubble.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we had multiple cars in front of my garage and my driveway because we had 5 people living in the house. Well, now we're down to 2, right?
Now you can see the bubble.
You can see the bubble. Letter. Fix that.
Really?
Seriously?
Wow.
Seriously?
What's the penalty if you don't?
They can fine you.
What if you don't pay it?
They can put it. Ultimately, if it got really, really contentious, they can put a lien on things.
They can force you to sell your house.
When you buy a house in that neighborhood, you signed a binding contract that says I will abide by these rules.
But this is your house.
You sign a contract before you buy the house. It's not, this is my house, I'll do whatever the hell I want. No, not live here, you're not. Yeah. You got to follow these goofy rules.
Emily, you're
That's
right.
ridiculous.
Everything you're saying is right. It sounds stupid, right?
It is stupid.
But it's true. They can force you to sell.
Letter,
if you get into
basketball hoop, get it off the street.
Right.
Wart, bubble on your garage door. Fix that.
Crazy.
Is there something you can pop out?
No, because the wood broke.
Look at you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can fix it.
Who knows a guy?
Give me a ball peen hammer.
NYB, like not your business? Like
No, it's not. If they can see it, they can complain.
And they will
we got
fine you.
TP'd by one of the kids' friends TP'd our house one night.
Yeah.
And they threw a roll of toilet paper over a tree that landed on the roof, and you could see the roll of toilet paper on the roof.
Yeah.
Letter.
You got a letter. Yeah. Do you know who runs your HOA?
No.
Okay. You don't know. He's
I know
anonymous.
exactly what she looks like.
What makes you think it's a lady?
Next door.
Weird that you'd go there automatically.
I know exactly what her first name
You
starts with, probably.
happen to be right.
Does it start with a
but-
K?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know him
No
or her.
doubt.
I honestly don't know if it's a man or a woman, but I'm with you, Eb. I know what that person is about.
Of course. But props to them. They're keeping property values up. Come on.
What should McCarthy do?
Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy. I have an idea. Mike McCarthy is out there, right? Free, doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
The Jets.
And I'm sorry to interrupt
go
you.
ahead.
You sold me on something a week or two ago. You're like, Trav, he's a good coach.
He is a good
coach.
coach.
He got saddled with the end of the Aaron Rodgers thing, and Aaron Rodgers, as it turns out,
The beginning of what you see now
is
Aaron
a
Rodgers.
very difficult person to deal with.
Completely.
And
Now
he
you're
did
in
not.
Dallas.
He did not do a bad job in Dallas. Did he do a great job? No, but he's competent. Which,
Dak got hurt this year, remember?
Right. And you mentioned when we were talking about Harbaugh that this is kind of what Mike McCarthy, maybe not quite as well as Jim Harbaugh, but he cuts out the BS. The teams work when he's in charge.
Yes, he makes your locker room functional, and he gives you an actual game plan on Sunday to go attack and prepare. So he is a good coach. It just did not work out in Dallas. If I'm the New York Jets, I'd be interested. And wouldn't that be funny if there's a reunion between the two?
You think he'd want to
Rodgers and McCarthy
run that back again with Aaron Rodgers, especially this version of Aaron Rodgers?
Absolutely. He comes in and he's got full stroke around the building and really puts Aaron Rodgers on an island. That would be fun. That would be fun to watch.
Be fun for us.
Absolutely be fun. The thing you have to say about Aaron, and I agree with Emily, he is absolutely annoying. But the one thing you have to give him props on is that guy can still spin it.
Yeah.
He can still play.
They were lousy this year, DeMarco, and he played the whole season.
The Jets are bad.
Yeah.
The New York Jets are bad.
They were
top
better
to bottom.
a year ago with Zach, whatever. I'm blanking on his name. Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Remember, they won more games with Zach Wilson.
The first guy, the head coach, just got fired. Saleh got fired early in the season. This was one spinning out of control. This is the same argument I had about Jimmy Garoppolo. Say what you want about Jimmy Garoppolo and what you think about his play. Just leave the Las Vegas Raiders part of it out of it.
Yeah.
That wasn't just him. That entire franchise was going in the wrong direction.
The two places he was where the organization functions, in New England and in San Francisco, he was pretty good.
Pretty damn. Went to a Super Bowl both places.
Both places.
And played pretty well. So same with Aaron Rodgers, same with Mike McCarthy. The Jets are just bad. But if you let Mike McCarthy run the show with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, you have some synergy there.
I don't think
Aaron
Rodgers
he'd welcome
would
him
want
now.
to do that.
Huh?
I don't think Aaron Rodgers would want to do that.
I think he would welcome him now.
You think?
I really do.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers has that gear in his personality. I think you do. I'd like to think that I do. That moment of, you know what? I blew that.
But we've tried it your way. It's not working. You need a cohesive plan and a coach.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I agree with the sentiment. I just don't think every person has that gear in them to say, you know what? I was the problem. Let me try that again. I don't think Aaron Rodgers has that shot.
This is what I would say. We did it your way. We did everything. We catered to you.
If I'm Aaron Rodgers,
2 years.
I'm coming up with another excuse. Oh, well, that was this. It was that. Aaron Rodgers is never the guy. You know what? You were right. I was wrong. He doesn't have that shot in his bag.
So then let him go then.
Yeah.
But if I were the Jets, I would strongly consider bringing in Mike McCarthy.
Where do you think Darnold
That might
lands?
at least get you back to zero.
Look,
because right now it's just bad.
This kind of comes back to the Rams here. I think there are – JB said this. I don't know if JB coined this term, but he's the first person I ever heard say it, so I'm giving him credit. The CQI, the coach quarterback injury
that is
index.
JB. Yes.
Okay? If those three things – if you can check those three boxes, you got a chance to win a lot of games.
Coach, quarterback.
And injuries.
Injuries, yes.
The Rams right now, the coach, check. The quarterback, check. Injuries right now is a little banged up. A little banged up with Higbee, with Witherspoon, with Bobby Brown. So there's that. But I think if you have Mike McCarthy, you can check the C box. I really do.
Yes.
There's not a lot of guys that offer basic competency. And Sean McVay is highly competent. Andy Reid, highly competent. There are guys that exceed basic competency, but there's a lot of guys that don't even come close to it.
Not even close. Yeah. How many guys have actually won the Super Bowl in Mike McCarthy's era? Belichick won a ton.
Belichick won a million of
Sean
them.
Payton.
Sean Payton, Andy Reid, Sean McVay.
But he's one of
Harbaugh.
He's one of those Super Bowl winning coaches, and it wasn't by luck. The guy can actually coach.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
look. The exception that proves the rule.
That's
There's
right.
always one thing that doesn't fit.
And they were on fire.
And he coached a heck of a run that year.
And they were on fire that time. But I would, if I'm the Jets and I'm in need of a strong coach that knows what he's doing, not trying to learn on the job, hire that guy immediately.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh was still learning to be a head coach. You know who's going to be a fantastic head coach in his second time around? Steve Spagnuolo.
Okay.
Once he gets the next job, he'll do a lot better than he did in his first time out.
You turned me around to McCarthy.
Yeah.
Like you did. When you kind of something like, you know what, that makes a lot, unlike Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I will say, okay, that makes sense to me that he got Aaron Rodgers, who was like consolidating his power at this time and making life difficult for everybody around him. And the Cowboys, did they win the Super Bowl? No. Were there disappointing playoff losses?
Yes.
Were they pretty good?
Yeah.
I think we have the benefit of not having just seen them screw up in the playoffs again, which would have inevitably happened if they made the playoffs this year. So I think there's that. I think if we had this conversation last year, we were all saying we should have fired Mike McCarthy last year.
They didn't fire him, like you said.
I think you're probably right, Em.
Yeah,
I think that would be the natural inclination to go in that direction. But I don't know. Maybe the longer I'm around it, the more it's like, hold on a second. Who are you going to get, and are you sure it's going to be better?
Right.
Give it
to a guy that's never done it and see how that gets. See how far that gets you.
And
a team that's down.
The hope. You're seeing it right now.
Yeah.
You're seeing it right now. The hope is Young, never done it, but I think it's going to be a grand slam. You get Sean McVay. The flip side is Young, never done it. I have Josh McDaniel, face plant.
And you'll be
Lane
back
Kiffin,
in the coaching cycle. Right.
And by the way, those guys are good coaches.
Yes.
But they weren't ready for it at the time, and you're back into it. That
here's a guy that's ready, and he's available. Take him.
Matt LaFleur in Green Bay, nailed it.
Another guy.
Right? They're just, some guys can do it, and way, way, way more cannot. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let me ask you again. Is your vehicle, is it ready for service? Are you ready to make sure that you're not the poor guy stuck on the side of the road? Make sure that you don't spend a bunch of money on repairs later. Why not go get it taken care of right now at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. And it's not just oil changes. Sure, they've got oil changes, but they've got tire rotations, transmission care, and a whole lot more. Wipers, of course, is a great way to do it. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out. It'll take you about 15 minutes, and that's legit, right? By the time you're in, out, down the road, you still got the entire day to go do whatever else you need to do. Quick and easy at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You don't even have to get out of the car. You sit there nice and chill, nice and relaxed while the expert technicians go to work on your ride. 80 locations in and around Southern California, ready to get your ride on the road in no time at all. Visit SoCalOilChange.com to find one of those 80 locations and to get yourself coupons on your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Now here's an important message from my friend, Jacob Emrani.
I'm Jacob Emrani. Horrific wildfires are tearing through our community, and it's hard to know what steps to take next. Our family's safety should be our number one priority. But when disaster strikes, navigating insurance claims shouldn't be another burden. Let us take that weight off your shoulders. Call us today for an expert support and guidance, because you deserve someone who will fight for you while you heal.
Call Jacob. Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Me up and never put me down. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Now's the time to shop limited-time doorbuster deals during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Save $50 on a Little Giant King Combo 6-foot ladder. Was $199, now $149. Plus, save $100 on a DeWalt XR 20-volt Power Stack 5 amp-hour battery. Was $199, now $99. Get these can't-miss deals now before they're gone. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Doorbusters valid 113 through 115. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Time out. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now. It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
All right, here's a dump item that DeMarco and I were just discussing during the break. Tiger Woods is going to make his debut tonight in the TGL, Tomorrow's Golf League is what that stands for.
Tomorrow's Golf League.
That's TGL. Okay. It's the indoor golf simulator, team-based thing that he and Rory McIlroy have put together. I watched it last week. Last week was the inaugural event between the Bay Area team and the New York team. And I think it was the Bay Area team just steamrolled them. It was It was terrible.
What comprises the team?
There's 4 players on each team.
Do we know all the golfers?
Yeah, they're PGA Tour guys.
Okay.
They're all real players. It was interesting, but not particularly exciting. And I wonder if it was interesting to me because I love golf. But you were saying, look, if Tiger's going to play tonight, you'll watch.
I want to see Tiger do this.
Me too.
Tiger's playing tonight at 4.
Yeah, at 4
I'm
o'clock.
definitely watching this.
Yeah,
I want to see him do this.
But at some point, it's like, at least it feels to me like you're watching guys hit balls on the driving range. It's cool.
Like trick shots?
No, it's
full-on
it's
golf.
team golf.
Yeah.
They hit balls into this giant screen that tracks the flight of the ball, that tells you where the ball would go, and they have these computer generated golf courses, and then they have an actual putting green that moves, and they can change the slope and the terrain, so they're simulating all the putts of these things. It's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
And then you watch it and you're kind of like, yeah, okay. I want to like it, and I'm hoping that Tiger kind of brings a new level of juice, but the opening round was just okay.
Are they mic'd?
Yeah.
They're mic'd up.
That's,
okay.
I think, part of the problem.
Yeah.
They're golfers.
They don't talk.
They're not particularly entertaining.
Then put John Daly out there.
Yes.
Then put John Daly out there and let's go.
And an open bar.
An open bar. Have some fun with it. Yes, there should be rules, right? You can have fun, right?
Yeah, I think Tiger will help. Because look, I like Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler played in the opening one, and Ricky Fowler's got a little personality, but it's golf smack. It's just not that great.
Yeah. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I can't wait to see it. If Tiger's doing it, I'm in.
The Dodgers are meeting with Roki Sasaki today, and a lot of their heavy hitters, their star players, will be in attendance. That, according to Ken Rosenthal and Fabian Ardaya. The window to where you can sign Roki Sasaki opens tomorrow.
Okay, so they're sending Dodger players to court this kid.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and
How do you say no to that?
I don't know. How do you say no to that? Well, okay, so Roki Sasaki, obviously Japanese player.
Yeah.
The Dodgers have the 2 most famous Japanese players in the world on their team.
Yes.
It's the best team. They're going to give you it's a guaranteed ticket to the postseason.
Yeah.
And if any reason other than I want to carve my own path, and for no other reason I want to go my own way, why would you pick anything else? That's the only reason to go somewhere else.
Padres, Yu Darvish, they are also very competitive, great team. Maybe I'm selling him on something else.
What is the something else?
Like you said, the
that you get to do it yourself.
Yeah,
but you don't have to share it with
underestimating the Yu Darvish connection.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But on the Q rating, who's higher than Shohei Ohtani right now?
Nobody.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to share anything.
No.
Yeah, you can be the guy here. I almost want to see him do that. Go
I
ahead
think
and blaze your own trail.
I think you're going to see him blaze a trail with the Dodgers.
Right to the Dodgers. Right to the Dodgers. That's the smart move.
But
if you want true greatness, because no matter what you do, as a player, the Dodgers will always get credit. If you go someplace else and do it,
I don't disagree with you on that. But do you think that Freddie Freeman doesn't get the credit that he deserves?
Oh, he gets a ton of credit.
What about Mookie?
But you get credit for bringing him here.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But it's not like
roster construction.
There's no such thing as like a system guy in baseball.
Yeah.
Right? Like Freddie Freeman, he's awesome.
He's
Mookie
Freddie Freeman.
Betts, he's pretty
But
awesome.
We went out and got
Shohei,
Freddie Freeman and brought him here.
Yeah. I just say if Sasaki comes out here and deals, it's not going to be it's like, no, dude, that guy's 21 years old or 23 years old. He throws 100, no one can hit him. He's going to get his credit.
He comes here, he gasses people,
Yeah.
and they win their second World Series in as many seasons.
I'm looking forward to that, by the way.
Right. Or they win 3 in a row.
Yeah.
How much credit do you get for that?
If nobody hits you, you get a ton of credit.
Not much.
No.
It'll be the Dodgers.
No.
It'll be
See,
you're part of the dynasty.
This is what's one of my favorite things about baseball. Baseball is a team sport, to be sure.
Yeah.
It's also about as individual an operation as it's going to be.
One year to the next, different.
And not only that, I'm in the batter's box by myself.
Yes.
Freddie Freeman can't turn to Mookie and say, hey, you come up here and help me with this.
But you get lumped in with the dynasty. You go someplace else, you
but
will stand
you're
out
not-
above all others.
I don't want to put. You're not Andy Pajes, who's just kind of. If you're doing work, you're going to get credit for doing the work.
True.
Yeah.
Who gets credit? Well, I guess it's all like the Patriots dynasty.
Brady.
That's it.
And Belichick, right? Yeah. So,
but there were 1,000 other players.
But think about it. I know this team didn't win the Super Bowl that year,
Right.
but when Randy Moss came in and went nuts, everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at Randy Moss!"
But he's a part of the dynasty, and they lost.
Yeah, you're going to get your credit with the Dodgers for sure. Today, oh my gosh, is this really true? 1952, the Today Show premiered. That show's been on since 1952.
Do you have the original hosts?
I don't.
Oh my God, 1952! Wow.
Who do you think of? Because I think this is generational. When you think of the Today Show, who are the two?
This is
two or
like the
three
Mad
people?
Men discussion.
Yeah.
I don't think about 1952.
No. I'm not talking about 52. When you think of the Today Show?
Oh,
because there's one.
Isn't it Al Roker?
Al Roker?
Yeah. Isn't that him?
Great.
The weather? Yeah.
He's the weather guy.
I think it's Katie Couric.
Katie Couric and Brian Gumbo are the two people that come to mind for me.
By the way, the original was Jim Fleming and Jack Lescoulie.
You know them?
I don't.
Never heard of them. Okay.
I don't.
Is Matt Lauer Today's?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, he was on the Today
Matt
Show.
Lauer was there with Katie Couric from Willard Scott, who wished all the old. He wished everybody their 100th birthday.
Hello, old girl or young girl. You're 100 years old. I love that guy.
I know
yes.
Hoda Kotb just finished up her time with the Today Show. She
Hoda
finished
Kotb?
up this past Sunday.
Today was her last day?
Sunday
was
her
her last day.
or
Oh, wow.
last
End of
Friday.
an era.
By the way, Katie Couric, UVA alum. Hoda Kotb, Virginia Tech alum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. End of an era.
What about
Unreal.
Savannah Guthrie? Anybody?
Look at you.
I like Savannah. I think she does a good job. Today in 2005, Coach Carter was released. You like that movie?
Okay, yes, I do. That's my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
My mom and dad went to that high school.
No kidding.
Yeah. Most of it is accurate and true to life, except the part about Pinole, where I
Okay.
actually lived. Yeah, that's not Pinole.
No.
That was an over dramatization. Yeah, that was creative license.
Okay, well, it's a movie.
It is a movie, but all that is accurate. I actually met the real Coach Carter.
How about this one? Today, 1973, the Dolphins became the first and still only undefeated team in NFL history. They beat Washington in the Super Bowl. They finished a perfect 17-0 season. That was today.
Unbelievable. Wow.
We see it again? Somebody could go 19
No.
19-0.
No.
Never?
I said this before, and I'll say it again. There's no way the Chiefs go 3 in a row.
Yeah.
It's physically impossible. Nobody will ever go undefeated in the NFL. It's
Pat's
too
got
hard.
really close.
Wouldn't it be 20-0? Because we have.
No, because you'd skip the first round. So you'd only have to win 3 playoff games.
Okay.
Yeah.
No
Because if you're
one-
undefeated, presumably you're at the top
You
seed.
locked up the bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one is going undefeated in this league. No one. Impossible.
If
wrap
I got
up the bye, you're going to have to stop playing your starters. Your backups are going out.
But see, I'm not saying it's likely, but I'm saying here's the scenario where it happens. It's a scenario where you have what we just saw, where you have 2 teams that are excellent. So you do have to play everybody through the end of the season for fear of somebody jumping over you at the end, like we saw with the Vikings and the Lions.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 teams that are competing for it right to the end, so you play all the way through it. Or you get a situation like Bill Belichick with the Patriots in was it 2017, I think it was, and basically says, F everybody else. Watch this.
We're going for it.
We're going for it.
Yeah.
He got within a pinball on the top of David Tyree's helmet from pulling it off.
I think that was the only team that could have done it, and they were, like you said, they had Randy Moss on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no way anybody goes undefeated. It won't happen.
I hope that we get a chance to see somebody go for it. You know what I mean? Like, because I've said this before.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you who might. Remove Joe Burrow from the Bengals.
Yeah.
Put him someplace
somewhere else.
That guy might.
Somebody's going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's going to win. I'm not saying it's easy.
Mahomes
It's
only
certainly
lost
not.
once.
But here's the
Yeah,
rub.
yeah.
I do think there's going to be somebody like Belichick or Brady or some Burrow, whoever it could be, that's going to have that, you know what, Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl is a big, big, big deal. But immortality, the only team to ever blank, somebody's going to want to do that. And they're going to sniff
16, 17, 8, you're going to have to be completely 100% healthy and rolling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's going to be like that in this NFL?
Go back to, it was 2010, I believe. The Colts were 13 or
Peyton
14
Manning.
and 0.
They
and
could have done
They
it.
pulled the ripcord. They did not do it.
Smartest thing in the world.
Yeah, and they
was that Dungy or Caldwell?
I believe that was Dungy.
Yeah.
And I understand the impulse to do it, but
Yeah.
there's going to be somebody else that, guys, we're not just going to win the Super Bowl. We're going to do something nobody's
They
ever
could have
done
done
before.
it. Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
We'll
yeah,
see.
yeah.
All right, Super Crosstalk coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN. redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover.
It's playoff time, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars awarded in winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. The app is really easy to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40-plus states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code TRAV and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code TRAV on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Right now, for a limited time only, get 2.49% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end January 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Woo, woo, woo. Mace will be here in a sec. Ireland is here already. John, it's rare where you're here and Mace is not.
He's here. I just saw him in the hallway. I'm guessing he's in the bathroom.
All right, he'll be here in a second. I was in the Rams universe last night watching the game and doing pre and post and whatnot. How was the Michael Cooper thing last night? I completely missed it.
They're very good at that. Whenever you have to retire a number, celebrate somebody, that's Linda Rambis. She's her title, and it almost sells her short, is Director of Special Projects.
Okay.
That's code for whenever something important needs to get done, she takes charge of it.
She does it.
And so
Rambis.
If she's
his wife.
Kurt's wife.
Okay, all right.
Who has actually worked for the Lakers longer than Kurt has.
No way.
Yeah,
Okay.
she met. If you watched the HBO
Winning
thing,
Time.
that was Linda and Jeannie.
Oh no way.
The two
Okay.
young girls that were Hadley Robinson and her friend. That was Linda and Jeannie.
Where is Rambis now?
Kurt works for us.
Works for us.
Special
Okay.
advisor to
Awesome.
Rob.
Okay.
Sits right next to Michael and I at
no,
the home game.
okay.
But, Cooper was super appreciative. He came and joined us in the start of the fourth quarter. What this recognizes is that people finally woke up and understand that defense matters.
Yeah.
He was the best defender on 9 finals teams. And I can't tell you how many Showtime Lakers have told me they don't win those titles without Cooper. Like Michael says, maybe 1 or 2, but not 5. Magic told me not even 1.
Really?
Yeah. And
9 finals.
And
that's
by the way,
crazy.
And by the way, that's why if you watch everything that has surrounded Michael Cooper's induction to the Hall of Fame, the ceremony itself in Springfield, the videos they produced, the ceremony last night, Pat Riley, Magic Johnson, there in person every single time.
Wow.
Because
Respect.
they know what he meant to that team.
Respect.
And he was the type of guy that no matter who the other team's best player was, he took him. So if it was Isaiah Thomas, a small guard,
Larry Bird.
he would take him. It was Larry Bird, a big forward, he would take him. And he could jump out of the gym, and he was just a lockdown defender who loved those challenges. And so now you're seeing the Hall of Fame. Over the last 10 years, they have started to recognize Dennis Rodman's in, Ben Wallace is in, Michael Cooper is in. So they've started to recognize the importance.
That's a
of
no-brainer
defense.
with Rodman, though, and Ben Wallace.
Well, although they weren't offensive players. They didn't score.
They didn't have the numbers, but
no, DeMarco, they did not score.
Yeah.
Single-digit scores.
So
Cooper was like 17
And
a game.
he was a 3-point shooter before there was such a thing. Yeah.
So
Cooper was a better offensive player than either one of those guys, and equally to them defensively.
So this will be like Draymond Green's entrance to the Hall of Fame?
Draymond is in.
He's in
for sure.
Because of his defense.
Championship excellence, best defender on 4 championship teams.
He's as important a part of the story of the Warriors of the 21st century as Clay and Steph
Like
are.
Michael Cooper.
He's a part of it.
Yeah, they're a 3-headed monster.
Did Coop guard Jordan, too? He took Jordan. I guess
there was just a little bit of crossover.
The 90s Bulls
Cooper,
Lakers.
Jordan came in 84,
Yeah.
and Coop was just kind of easing out.
So Drexler, Harper, all those other scorers. He
Yeah.
took. Okay, wow.
Yeah, he took them all. And all those guys say he was the reason why they defended the way they did.
They needed him in the fourth quarter last night.
Oh my God!
Right, they disrespected his legacy greatly last night. Yeah, that was weird.
Well, how do you?
Was it a weird vibe just because the first game back?
Yeah, but it's kind of funny. I said at some point, I said, Michael, the Lakers are playing no defense, none. What is happening here? They got outscored 37-13 in the fourth quarter. I said maybe we give them a pass because of the fires, but I don't get what I'm seeing here.
What does no defense mean? They're making mistakes, or they're just not playing?
They ran the same play 8 times in a row. San Antonio did. Isolate Harrison Barnes on the post, and he would post up and draw a foul and shoot free throws, and the Lakers couldn't stop it. And I think that they were all kind of in another place. But the reason I bring that story up is so I get a tweet. Can you believe Ireland just said, give them a pass because of the fires? Rams won, Clippers won. F that. F Ireland. Zero empathy whatsoever for anything else going on. Like one of these people that all they do is...
I don't know what to tell you. If that's how you see the world, Godspeed, dude.
Well,
you know, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
If that's how you're doing your life, go ahead. Go ahead. When the city's on fire...
I'll find it and call them out by name, but it was
insane.
bad. Now, question for you, DeMarcus, since you were there.
Shoot, yeah. Hey, Mace, we got him. We got him. Yeah.
9 sacks.
Yeah.
9.
Tied the league record.
I mean, and going back to like the 1950s.
Yep. All clean beats.
Why?
All vicious.
What was Minnesota asleep, or did the Rams defense just play out of its mind?
You can't block verse. Byron Young brought it. You have to account for them, which left you one-on-one in the middle, and Kobe Turner decided he's just not going to be blocked.
So explain this to me, because I'm not super smart. At some point during the game, Troy Aikman said the Rams are employing more press coverage, which is what the Lions did to scramble Sam Darnold's brain during that last game. Is that what you saw? In other words, was the blueprint for beating Minnesota right there in the Detroit game?
It seems like they are caught up in trying to run these deep routes because they have Jefferson.
Right.
That takes time. So if I can disrupt,
which is why Addison got more balls than Jefferson did.
If I could disrupt that route with a jam and then have somebody over the top and make Sam Darnold have to hold it, and wait.
I don't want to take anything away.
If he has time, throw the ball
from Verse and Fisk and Gallimore and Kobe Turner and Young and everybody that had sacks last night. I felt like the whole team had one. Deshaun Johnson had one. Witherspoon had one. Kobe Durant had one. I mean, it was crazy. Sam Darnold was awful last night.
I think he cost himself millions last night.
No,
and I'm a Sam Darnold fan.
Now. He's going to triple his salary.
You know what? I don't know about that. You know what's amazing is last night Aikman and Buck did him no favors because at one point they talked about how look at him coming back to the sidelines. He's so wide-eyed. It's like you don't want a quarterback who's wide-eyed. Ryan Clark at halftime said, every play is a referendum on where Sam Darnold will play next year and how much he will get.
It was confirmation bias if you had the bias of, you know what, there he is again.
Midnight.
He's still going to make money. He's going to make more than he made this year.
He'll be a starter next year.
Yeah, he'll start somewhere.
Speaking of confirmation bias, superficially, this is the one team the Rams did not want to draw, right? Philadelphia. Philadelphia beat them like a drum.
It was the worst loss of the year.
So, I think the worst loss of the year was at Arizona. That game, they didn't even show up.
By score, Arizona was worth, but John, I would say it was Philadelphia.
You were outclassed.
Saquon embarrassed them.
Yeah, I didn't see them more dominated by anybody this year than they were by Philadelphia.
Okay, so here's my argument why it could be different. I'm not saying the Eagles may blow them out again. I don't know. But here's why it could be different.
Oh, it'll be different.
Since that game, DeMarco, look at the defense and the points allowed.
Oh, yeah.
Since the Eagles lit them up, they woke up. Something happened. Now, that doesn't mean they'll be able to stop the Eagles because, and DeMarco, you would know more about this than I do, but they were talking about this during the game last night. The way the defensive line dominated the Vikings is not possible against Philadelphia. Their line is their whole act, right?
No,
their line is like the best line in the league.
Much better than
we're not getting 9 sacks against them.
So you were playing against a backup left tackle, the guy they had to bring in because Verse hurt the first one, and they were down to their third right tackle.
All right,
this will be different in Philly.
All right, so assuming they can't get all those sacks that they had last night, how do they control the line of scrimmage in Philly?
You can still control the run. We were just talking about this. If you hold Saquon Barkley to 20 carries and 88, 90 yards.
Well, and by the way, look at his last couple of games. He didn't light anybody on fire.
But what did you have to do that? You probably had to drop somebody into the box to help you, which means you're going to be open up to Jalen Hurts.
To be able to scramble around.
I'll take my chances.
And that's
on Hurts scrambling.
Yes.
Stop Saquon before anything.
Maybe we can get A.J. Brown to read his book during the play.
Yeah, it's a good book. I hear it's a bestseller now.
We're number one on Amazon.
Number one.
But, you know, it is so weird how viral moments strike.
Crazy.
I'll give you a good example. It's kind of a cool one. Do you guys know who Heidi Montag is?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Okay, from the Hills.
Yeah, she's married to Spencer Pratt.
And they live in the Palisades, and they lost everything.
Their house burned down, yeah.
Okay, so Spencer went on social media, and Spencer's always been kind of a villain, easy to dislike.
He's a heel.
But he gets on, he goes, guys, we've lost everything. He goes, here's one way you can help. My wife is a singer. She's not a good singer. She's a singer. I'm saying that. He didn't say that.
Oh, okay. I thought he said that.
No, I'm saying she's not good. He said she has released a single. If we could get it trending, we could make some money and get our house back. It's number one on iTunes.
Number one on iTunes?
Go look.
The Heidi Montag hit record?
The Heidi Montag single
we're gonna play
number
that.
one.
We're going to play that.
on iTunes.
So it's Heidi Montag and LeAngelo Ball are the two
hot
LeAngelo's on the hip-hop chart. Heidi's on the pop chart.
Wow. Is the song awful?
How about it's not awful.
It's not bad.
But it's not. It would never have gone to number one without this assist, without a person in need assist.
I'm like, their house burned down. I'll keep
and
it
I
to
don't know
myself.
what that book was A.J. Brown was reading, but you now cannot.
Excellence.
Yeah, you now cannot get it. It is sold out on Amazon.
Everywhere. Sold out everywhere.
I like that everybody's pretending it wasn't anything other than he was just pissed off that he wasn't getting the ball thrown his way.
Of
course it was.
Yeah, he wants the
rock.
rock.
I like to read.
But Nick Sirianni says, well, some guys praise, some guys look at tapes,
it's not the first time. Yes, it is. You know how I know it is?
He wants the
because
ball.
if he had ever opened a book on a sidelines at any point in an NFL game,
we'd be talking about it.
Yes,
we would have seen it. I wanted to say, look how Ramona looks.
I just had the same thought.
She looks so great right now.
I've never seen her look that good on TV.
On our accountability text chain, she is on there more than anybody, DeMarco. She is working her ass off, and it's paying off. She looks
like Diane Sawyer.
Yeah, she looks great.
Look at
Good for Ramona.
Go ahead, Ramona.
And Ireland, I'm not kidding. She sends videos of all of her workouts
every day.
Every day.
She's
Hot
working
yoga.
her
Every day.
ass
It's
off.
working.
Yeah.
Whatever she's doing, it's working.
Good for
She's got
her.
a mean mug.
DeMarco took a day off today.
I had to. We got back late.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't.
Yeah,
Coming
got
back
late.
You don't need to walk today.
I am.
Are you going to walk later?
As soon as I leave
But not
here.
the 5 a.m. walk.
Not the 5 a.m.
Yeah, the
We're going to
5
do
a.m.
that
walk
in the
is too
afternoon.
much. How's your walking
with
going?
the kettlebell.
I heard it's dry January and you're walking both.
I've had a good. My exercise has been really good. I have not been participating in the group chat, but I did a 14-miler on Sunday.
Whoa!
Now, how is
1,500 feet of climb?
Yeah.
How is dry January going? Because Lisa tried that, and we it crashed and burned this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, we went to 2 parties and it was over.
I'm still alive. Like if this were an eliminator pool, I'm still alive.
Lisa would not be.
Yeah,
she would have gone down at the North End Pub in Redondo Saturday night at about 8.
I could do a dry year.
So I cannot.
Yeah, Mace, can you dry January?
Dry January. I can go without alcohol.
Okay.
But he tackles that the
I heard
another
that.
way.
I heard that.
I got a different.
We went to
pleasure
sushi
there.
on
different vice
on Friday night. Susan is out as well. Let's just put it that way.
okay.
And it was hard seeing that glass
And why
of
are you
wine.
doing it?
I had a very damp
But
December.
still,
And that's why people do it.
Yeah.
They go to Christmas parties, they get hammered for a month.
An unreasonable amount during December. That's just I needed to give my body a chance to rebound.
Reset. Yeah,
Okay.
good for you.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
You
So
be
you're
Aaron
walking
Rodgers.
15
Yeah.
miles. And
I'm good. My exercise is good. My food and alcohol intake is back in the good
I
column.
hear you're dining at that fine restaurant known as Gelson's.
Love it. It's my favorite. It's
That's-
currently
that's
my
his
favorite.
Why
restaurant.
did you go to one that isn't like 3 times the price of other supermarkets like Gelson's is?
So this is the crazy thing. The sushi bar / tapas / wine
Yeah.
bar in my local, because it's not only not expensive, it's a good deal.
Really?
Yes.
Because I grew up around Gelson's and it was
Yeah.
like
So
Gelson's
the
is
price.
pricey.
the grocery store is expensive.
Right.
This
is a separate entity?
The bar inside of Gelson's is not.
Right.
It's normal sushi prices, and they got great
And who's
deals
got
on
the
way.
heavy hand?
Renee.
Renee.
Okay.
has the heavy
So,
hand.
I have not looked at this. I'm assuming one of you has.
What?
I'm going to try and guess the point spread.
I know
on
what it
Eagles
is.
I don't
Rams.
know what it
All right,
is.
I'm
I'll
going to
tap
guess.
out.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay. I think it's Eagles by 7. Am
I
I
think it's
close?
Eagles by 8.5.
Okay, DeMarco.
I have no idea how to judge these things.
Last I
You get
looked,
3 points for being home, so they automatically get 3. And then which team would you pick if your life depended on it?
Probably the Eagles.
All right.
My life depended on
Life,
it? Probably
yeah.
the
So
Eagles.
what I would say is they get 3 for being home, they get 3 for being the better team, and I threw in 1 because of the way they beat them like a drum the last time.
so you have it at 7. What
I
did you
have it
say,
at
Mace?
8.5.
It's 6.5 last
Si-
I
oh,
looked.
6
Yes,
and a
I'm
half.
close.
Okay.
Okay.
Six
Yeah.
and a half. So it's a
Interesting.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Look, it's the last
Not
18.
not insurmountable, by the way.
I don't want to.
No.
Look, I'm going to try to
Philadelphia
speak
is not
this into
unbeatable.
existence.
Yes.
Rams win. Commanders win. NFC Championship game, SoFi Stadium.
I'll
go.
leave
Keep
you
saying
with
it.
That's
this
what
thought.
happened the year they won the.
Say it again.
Exactly
Yeah.
right, John.
Say it again.
The year they won the Super Bowl, they were going to be the number 2 seed.
Yep.
They lost the last game of the season to fall to the 4.
Yep. Yeah.
They played on Monday Night Football against the Cardinals, Arizona, beat the tires
them,
off of
yeah.
them, had to go on the road, pulled one out against Tampa.
Yep.
Then the 7th seed San Francisco did what they needed to do.
Yep.
The game was back here, so far the formula is still
It
alive.
could be Ireland's Commanders at SoFi
that who
Stadium
you
in
settled
2
on?
weeks for
Yeah,
the
that's
NFC
what I adopted
Championship.
when I
Nice.
gave up on the Raiders. But if they met the Rams in the championship game, I'd root for the Rams.
Hell yes.
I'm brand new to the
You would?
Commanders.
Yeah, so
yeah.
you're
Nice.
with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm brand
Why
new
did
to
you
the
pick
Commanders.
them?
But I'll tell you what, I adopted them like mid-season.
Yeah.
My prerequisite was can't be like a team that goes to the playoffs. I can't pick the Chiefs.
Right.
You don't want to be a bandwagon.
Right. So I
Yeah.
said I want to pick a team that lost last year that has a chance
On
this
the
year.
rise.
Were the Chargers on the list?
Yeah, but Brian already has them.
Oh,
Brian's got
so,
Chargers.
so I
That
said,
makes sense.
I looked at
Poor
the
Brian.
Commanders. 4 wins last year.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Okay.
One of the
Easy
owners.
connect.
Jaden Daniels, really fun to watch.
My God.
I like Terry McLaurin. I like Dan Quinn.
Underrated.
I'm riding
Yeah.
with the Commanders. So,
Yes.
but if they met the Rams in the championship
You'd be
game,
with
I'd root
us.
for the
Okay,
Rams
good for
and
you.
then jump to the Commanders next year.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jump to the
question:
Commanders.
Is it live imaging Tuesday today?
It
Yes.
was for a while.
For a while?
It
Okay.
was for maybe an hour.
Okay.
Okay,
If
so
that.
did
Maybe
you
he'll
hear?
stop by.
Did you
Fine.
hear Morales slander Mason this morning?
No,
Did you
what
guys
did he
hear
say
this?
now?
Is Greg back there yet?
What now?
Okay.
What was the slander?
Greg,
What the hell did he do
get
now?
Because I want Greg's opinion on
Oh
this.
boy.
So Morales,
Is this
as-
going to royally piss me off?
well,
It
the
might.
fact that you haven't you've lost a friend already means you didn't
Well,
hear it.
I didn't.
Okay.
I definitely did not hear it.
So he was saying to Kaplan, he goes, "Why?" He goes, Kaplan, I'm surprised that you can pull off one show, let alone 2. He goes, And he goes, what really surprises me is, he goes, what, are you going to be like Mason, talk for 3 hours, but you don't know anything about sports?
Oh.
Wow.
And I thought, Greg picked up on it right
By the way,
away.
and
Greg
Greg-
goes, my phone will ring
Why?
in 5 minutes.
Well, here's the thing. Morales
didn't
doesn't
happen,
want us
though.
to talk sports.
Right.
Morales
No,
is
that is-
anti-sports.
no,
But
how are we
here's-
doing
no,
it?
but
you
Greg-
taking John's position? What are we
Well,
doing
no,
here?
no. If he's going to come at me, I'm going to go at him.
But Greg, here's how I think we should resolve this. General question sports test.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, you think you would lose?
I don't need good.
You would lose to Morales?
No, I've heard Morales scramble around trying to do a show. No, I'm not going to play his game.
You know what that means? Mason's scared.
That's kind of
That
what it
is-
sounds
that's-
like.
there
You
is-
can,
I'm gonna
you
take
can
shots.
totally rig the
I
game
have
against
shots.
me. You can rig the game
No,
against
no,
me. I'm not
I'm
playing.
writing the game.
Right, yeah,
and
you
I
can
think
rig it
no,
against
I
me.
want you to win.
Let me ask you this: would you trust me to write the game?
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm not doing. This is not Sports IQ. We're not on Sports
You want
Jeopardy
to see
right
this
now.
happen, don't you?
No, but
This is Stump the
I think
Schwab.
you would take down
Look at
both
you.
Mace, I think
Morales
you-
and Cappy in Sports
I think you'd
Jeopardy.
win.
What
but
if we
I-
get the questions
Pumping
from
'em up.
Sports
I think it's
Jeopardy?
demeaning to even suggest it. To be honest,
my
with you.
God.
What is demeaning? It's sports
demeaning.
radio.
No,
we
it's
live
demeaning.
in
Mace, are you-
demeaning.
Somebody's coming
Are
up.
you
Wait a minute.
afraid? Are you scared?
Afraid of
That's
Chris
what somebody
Morales?
scared
Are you
would
scared
say.
to do it?
Afraid? No, I'm not afraid to do it, but
No.
I'm just not doing it. It's stupid.
Okay.
Show some gumption. Show that you
No,
actually know
try-
what you're
that's
talking
exactly
about.
what's
Wait
happening
a minute.
here.
I do not need to prove
Are
my
you-
sports
are you
knowledge
gumptionless?
to Chris
He is
Morales.
gumptionless. He has no
Seriously.
gumption.
No gumption.
Yeah.
You're lacking in gumption.
Yeah,
just do it.
I really.
This is fear.
I was favoring Mason. I no longer do
No,
now.
I'm
How
not.
many
I'm not
questions?
playing this.
Because
How
he's
many
chicken.
stupid game.
That's, it kind of
You
feels
talk about not
chicken.
accepting a premise.
I know,
Wow.
right?
I'm absolutely not accepting that premise. That's a ridiculous.
He rejects
that is
the
a
premise.
ridiculous statement from
rejects the
Chris
premise.
Morales,
Yeah.
who's going to roam in here and try to talk sports in a couple of minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Super Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out.